Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Alrighty, so we are going to get into yesterday's NXT. We're going to talk all about it, and then we're going to have a conversation about the current landscape of WWE and how things are headed into a new direction. You can kind of tell by how things are being set up on each show. Okay, so first things first, we got to talk about NXT. Okay, now look, NXT was a very interesting show. The original plan, I'm assuming, given what the kayfabe of what we knew, was that, of course, the title match happened last week. Obafemi retained, and we all thought it was going to proceed forward with Obafemi versus Ricky. But once Obafemi vacated that championship, or at least alluded to vacating it, and then making it official on all social media platforms that is exactly what he did. He vacated the title. There was no coming back from that. And now Ava was left to scramble to try to figure out where to go in terms of NXT heading into the future. And this is why she came out and kicked off the show this week. Ava made it very clear that this is not a move of, NXT being lost or NXT not being where they need to be. This is a good opportunity for opportunity, which is why most of the male roster and some of Evolve's top talent were all surrounding the ring when she was getting ready to make this announcement. But unfortunately for Ava, she was sadly interrupted by Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints made it very clear that while he knew that everybody was in there, clamoring for the title, it was him who was going to be next in line to be champion. So he demanded Ava hand over the title. Oba left, Javon Evans left. Everybody's gone. So it's just me. And Ava said, I don't think so. He said on February 3rd, there will be a 6-man ladder match to determine who the new NXT champion will be. In the meantime, starting next week, there will be qualifier matches, or a tournament, as we like to call it, to determine who the 6 competitors will be. So they went on and proceeded forward. However, it seemed that nobody was just satisfied with the opportunity or the possibility of getting in the ring and becoming champion. They decided to use this opportunity to prove themselves. Now, everybody was out there brawling. Started off with Ricky and Joe, and then everybody came in the ring, and on the outside, everybody was just having at it. But where the key component for this particular show came into play is when Keanu Carver showed up, a very angry, big, burly black man, just taking people out systematically. Everybody that stepped in his path ended up on their back somehow, whether it was by him or by proxy. They all got laid out at the same time. Ricky Saints was able to escape and be on the outside looking in, but even he was astonished at the carnage that Keanu Carver had left behind. Even if Keanu Carver does not become NXT champion right now, expect him to have his hands on that championship by sometime next year, if that is at the latest. I see him being champion somewhere. There's no way you're going to have a talent like that walking around and nobody to challenge or nothing to challenge with. You get what I mean? He's too big for that. He's too good for that. And there's a hole where Obafemi left it, and it looks like Keanu is just sliding right in there, but he's going to do it his own way. That being said, the first match of the night went to these two, Kaylani Jordan and Lola Vice. For whatever reason, Kaylani seems to be targeting Lola. But Lola was one of the women who kicked her out of the locker room when she was the TNA Knockouts champion. It's very interesting, though. She went after Lola first when she could have clearly went after all the other girls that also kicked her out of the locker room. She also went after Jordan Grace, which, in fairness, Jordan was on her side. She actually was trying to take up for Kaylani, to which Kaylani rebuffed and basically threw Jordan under the bus and was like, "Yeah, fuck you. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say." Cool beans. Love that for you. Kaylani and Lola Vice's fight was pretty gnarly. Those two have amazing chemistry with each other. And it was a good matchup between the two of them. Unfortunately, though, for Kaylani, her underhanded tactics and bullshit just did not work out in her favor. The guys were not on her side. Because as she tried to cheat once again, the referee caught it and basically scolded her for trying to cheat during the match. This left an opening for Lola Vice to hit her with one of the nastiest back fists I've seen her deliver to any of her opponents. Kaylani ate a lot of her hand and it was brutal. The match itself was a brutal match, but ultimately Lola Vice was able to come out as the victor. And she made it very clear to Izzy Dane that she is coming after that North American Championship with a vengeance because she just recently beat her. So there's no other reason why she can't be the next one to challenge. But there might be a little bump in the road for Lola Vice. With that being said, the next match was the Speed Championship match. I believe this is the right graphic. Yeah. Tavion Heights faced off against Jasper. I believe his name is Jasper Troy. Can't be sure. Anyways, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really care for Jasper and his brand of wrestling. But the match happened and it was okay. Jasper ended up retaining at the very last minute. Tavion got beat. It was unfortunate for Tavion because I thought he actually had this one. But after this match was over, Lexis King, being the jealous little shit that he is, attacked Tavion because he was embarrassed that Tavion beat him in 8 seconds. He claims that now he has rectified the embarrassment, but a loss is a loss, babe. And it's in the history books. There is no rectifying the history. You lost. That's that. But apparently he seems to believe that this little beatdown he's given is correcting the mistake that happened the few weeks prior to this match. Whatever makes you happy, sure. Now in the back, Ava has had to deal with a lot of people coming in her office demanding things. Number one, Kendall Gray was at the door, basically making her claim like, listen, I didn't get beat by JC. I had to fight all 3 of those women in order to retain my opportunity. And even then, I still couldn't combat all three of them. And of course, Zaruka is out there also wanting to make their claim on the NXT Women's Championship. But unfortunately, that was not going to be on the menu in terms of Ava and what she wanted for the next couple of weeks. You see, there's an opening for the TNA Knockouts Championship, and Santino wants one of the teams from NXT to compete against the Knockouts champions. Now, this is a little bit of a letdown, but it's also an excellent opportunity. Zaruka, Ren QCC, and of course, Fatal Influence are all eligible to compete for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship. However, they all want a shot at JC Jane, but it seems that she is not up for grabs at the current moment. Moving on. Miles Bourne was in the back, pacing. He seems to be on edge and very, 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 he's just not his normal self. He's very upset for some reason. But I guess it has a lot to do with how Ethan Page disrespected him. But Miles made it very clear to Robert Stone that he wants to be included in the qualifier matches for the NXT Championship. Robert Stone says, "Oh, I'll do my best." And Miles wasn't trying to hear that. He said, "You'll ensure that Ava puts me in these qualifier matches." Robert says, "I'll talk to Ava and we'll see what we can do." Doesn't look like Miles is going to accept that, but we'll see how that all plays out. Now, Ethan Page was backstage, very excited about the qualifier matches for some reason. And of course, Ethan thought he had a shoe-in for these titles. He's like, "I'm obviously the most consistent champion that is available right now. There's no way you would exclude me from these qualifier matches." And Ava says, yeah, yes, I am. If you want to be a part of the qualifier, you'll have to relinquish the North American Championship. You can't have both. And he was like, "Well, I'm the most consistent champion and I'm not relinquishing my title." She says, "Great, because you have been the most consistent champion. You are the longest reigning champion currently right now. You are the only one who can successfully compete, defend their title, and move on to the next. You're the only one." And he says, "That sounds a little bit sincere. Are you really being sincere?" She said, "I actually am being serious. I actually am sincere. You've been a great champion, which is why it's the perfect time for you to defend your championship." And he says, "There it is. There it is. You're just going to make me put my title on the line." And she says, "Yeah, champions fight. That's what they do." He says, "Fine. Who is it?" Ethan Page's first opponent of 2026, and it may be his last, is Elio Lafleur, the French luchador. Now, he had a little vignette to describe what he's capable of. He was trained by Nitro, a Mexican luchador that came to France once a year and held like a workshop of sorts. And each competitor that was there were vying for the right to be able to carry on that luchador's mask. He offered a mask, and the best student of the class would earn said mask. And it just so happened that Elio Lafleur was the one who earned the right to don the mask. So, and he is very good. If you haven't seen his highlights and what he is capable of, it's insane. He earned that mask at 16. Okay. He is currently signed to NXT, and his very first debut match is going to be against Ethan Page. Now, these last couple of weeks have been very interesting when it comes to championship matches. Titles have been changing hands left and right. Things are shifting and changing, which we'll get to on the main roster in a second. But I have a sneaking suspicion that Lafleur is going to become the new NXT North American champion next week, and Ethan Page is either going to be pushed up to the main roster or he is going to be included in that qualifier setup for him to be able to go after the NXT championship. Would I be mad at it? Not necessarily. As much shit as I give Ethan Page, I can say that he's a solid villain champion. He's the solid villain champion. You can't take that away from him. So next week we have two. Well, is it next week? It is next week. Next week we have a couple of matches. Elio LaFleur will make his debut match in the North American Championship match. And we have a triple threat qualifier match for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships between Fatal Influence, Ren QCC, and of course, Zaruka. They will all be vying for the shot to go up against the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Speaking of vying, Blake Monroe decided to come out and voice her frustrations, but just give her speech. That's not Blake. That is Izzy. She also gave one too. They don't have an Izzy thing up here? No. So she gave her speech about how she was a little overzealous, but she just wanted to spread a little hell in NXT. That's all. I was just giving people a little bit of hell. Not that big of a deal. She also made it very clear that the only reason why she isn't standing there as North American champion right now is because the system is broken. It's the system's fault. And I said, that's an interesting take. She continued on about herself and how she was of the upper echelon and a higher and above everybody else. And this led to Jada Parker, aka Miss Parker, returning to NXT. Was returning with a resounding reaction from the crowd. The crowd is very much invested in Jada Parker. And to be fair, rightfully so. My only issue with Jada was her unnecessary feuds. They were unnecessary and usually started out of nothing. They usually would start and they just wouldn't be worth anything. They were just nitpicky feuds. So hopefully now that she has returned, there'll be some rhyme or reason to her stay in NXT. We'll have to wait and see. Now, to be fair, she did come out there and interrupt Blake Monroe. And as she got ready to proclaim that she is back, Blake Monroe basically asked her, "Can I help you with something?" When you're dealing with somebody who literally has no fucking filter and has no manners whatsoever and is not with the shits, you tend to get punched in the mouth. That's exactly what happened. Because Jada Parker dropped the microphone so fucking fast, and as Blake thought she had the drop on her and was getting ready to hit that girl in her face, Blake ended up getting forearm punched in the face and then gut punched multiple times, shoulder checked, and just gut wrenching, shoulder check after shoulder check after shoulder check in her gut. Okay? Laid her out in the corner and did her signature move. Blake Monroe ended up suffering with that. Not only that, but Jada was just living for the amount of love and admiration she was receiving from the crowd. The crowd had a chant. Jada don't play that shit, is what the crowd was chanting. And of course, she was living for it. Meanwhile, Blake Monroe was on the outside looking like she was in so much distraught. So we'll see where this leads. We shall see where it leads. Moving on. In the next phase of irrelevancy, Shiloh went against Stacks for the TNA International Championship. Stacks won because Ariana Grace helped him win. Simple win. It was honestly, I didn't need to see it, if I'm being fair. It was unnecessary. I didn't care for it. I just didn't want to watch it. I just didn't want to watch it. I'm sorry, I just read Rico's comment because he said he found a bag of what he thought was instant mashed potatoes, but it was his potato soup. Hello to everybody who came in after I got started, and hello to all of you who were in once I started. Thank you so much for being here. I promise you, I only got a few more things to tell you about NXT, and then I'll let everybody in to talk about what they want to talk about in terms of NXT, and then we'll start doing some speculating on the main roster, where it's heading, and all that good stuff, like we always do. We're gonna have a good time. A merrily, merrily good time. Anyways, it looks like there's a feud brewing between Blake Monroe and Jada Parker. And low key, I'm here for it. All right. Now, Izzy cut a promo to which the crowd very much hates Izzy Dane. They are not a fan, but I will say this. I think that Izzy gets a bad rep a lot, but Izzy is very, very solid. And if I was Triple H, I would be looking at her when I get ready to start pulling from NXT very soon. Not because she doesn't belong down there, but because NXT, the terms of the crowd, they don't appreciate what they have. And I believe that Izzy is beyond ready to go to the main roster. And it is because somebody like her is able to hold her composure while giving her promo. We're talking cadence being steady, no skipping over words. She's not fumbling and bumbling. She's very, very stoic. It's a mind thing. You have to have a certain level of mental strength to be able to ignore the fans and cut your promo with ease. And Izzy does that all the time, relentlessly. She is one of the very few women in that locker room who can actually do that. And she is not bad in the ring. She actually is very, very good. If I were Triple H, she would be pulled up and I would have her and Tiffany Stratton either having a feud or they would join forces and create something because she could be your future. She is one of the girls who will be an anchor for your future. But y'all ain't gonna listen to me. So I'm gonna move on. She cut a promo about her North American Championship. Essentially, what she said was that her losing to Tatum may have been great to everyone else because they were all cheering, but she doesn't use losses as a means to wallow in self pity. She moves forward. She uses it as a stepping stone, as motivation to get what she feels like she rightfully deserved. When the opportunity presented itself, she snaked Izzy like she should have and stole her opportunity for the title, to which she won. So congratulations. But Tatum Paxley is not taking that lying down. As she was cutting her fabulous promo, Tatum came out there ready to fight and basically told her, "You stole my championship opportunity. You stole my title. You know you did." And Izzy didn't want to hear it. She backed out of the ring, coveting her title like it was that golden poop that Roger shit in the back of that woods. And Tatum began to try to fight her way to Izzy. Now you have to understand, Izzy wasn't surrounded by refs. Tatum was. So because Tatum was wild and reckless, she ended up headbutting one of the refs. The refs are officials. They're not security guards. So hitting an official is deemed persona non grata. That is a violation. Immediately, Tatum was escorted from the building and she was banned for the night. So she did not come back. And we didn't see Izzy for the rest of the night either. But it is what it is. Now, Ricky Saints was backstage being interviewed. And essentially, the journalist or, backstage correspondent asked Ricky how he felt about kind of being blindsided by Ava and her new revelation about the NXT championship and how he felt about not being able to get his hands back on the title. And Ricky basically was like, "I talked to Ava because technically I was next in line to be champion. So we had a little compromise. I have been grandfathered into the final match. So there are only 5 slots left. There's no 6. I'm the 6th." And he said he's going to be front and center for 2 of the matches, which Ricky was kind enough to announce. The first match is going to be Shawn Legacy versus Eli Knight. And I suspect that's going to be probably a really good match. And then the second match is Shiloh Hill versus Josh Briggs. I don't think that match is going to be great. Not because of Briggs or Shiloh. It's just, I don't think those two are going to have a lot of great chemistry. And to be honest, I don't really care who comes out of that match a winner, which I suspect will be Briggs. But we saw that Stacks wasn't too happy about that. He was like, bro, I beat him like not even 2 seconds ago. So how the hell is he getting in a qualifier match for the NXT championship? And of course, Ricky had to set him straight like, bitch, you cheated. Your girl helped you win. Besides, you have a title. Like, worry about your fucking title. And you got a girl on your arms. Like, what the fuck? Stop being so greedy. Oh my God. And then we saw ugly ass Beijing King, Lexus King. Let me tell y'all something. Lexus King is a tacky bitch. He was out there with some raggedy ass boots on that was supposed to look like cowboy boots. And then he had on this wine colored shirt with a vest and some very tight pants that were jean and leather. At least that's what it looked like. Either like faux jean and faux leather or something. It was stretchy as hell. Weird. Weirdest combination I've seen all day. I was like, okay, this is not. No. No, sir. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be fucking kidding me. Okay? Child, I ain't never seen something so weird in my life. But to be fair, Beijing King showed up to Stacks and said, hey, we need to talk. Now, I need y'all to listen very carefully to me. In TNA, it was Stacks, Lexus King, Briggs, Tyreek, and Tyson. They all attacked Mike Santana. And that's how Mike ended up losing his title. And that's how Frankie Kazarian ended up getting it. Because of them and their attack. Now, all this time has been passing. And these motherfuckers have been able to not only gain a title in your company, but also run around and still cause havoc in TNA with no answer. Okay? Now, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it really doesn't matter. But Mike Santana, Mikey, I don't know what they teaching you up in New York, but in my neck of the woods, a get back needs to happen immediately. I need them to get got right now. Okay? Because these two motherfuckers is already getting on my nerves to begin with. And I like a good love story just as much as anyone, but I say this: Stacks and Ariana are doing their job because they're getting under my skin. They're irritating me. But I'll never root for Lexus King. I don't give a fuck what happens. He gonna have to do something real drastic for me to root for him. Real drastic. Complete 180 type shit. Anyways. So, moving on to the final match of the night, it was the no disqualification match between Joe Hendry and Dion Lennox. I'm not going to say this was a bad match because it wasn't. It wasn't a bad match at all. It was a good match between the two men. And I was glad that Joe was smart enough to call on OTM when he needed them. OTM were reluctant at first, but when Joe made it very clear that, look, they have the tag team championships. And if you want to have an opportunity, you got to seize it. I know y'all some badasses. I'm not saying you do it for free, but listen, the pro bono work is going to get you in line to go after them for those tag team titles, no? And OTM was like, you might be right. I got you. You know what? Consider us on your side. He was like, cool, great. And they held their end of the bargain. When it came time for them to get involved, they got involved and they took them down. It was no OTM and Dark Side, whatever the hell they call themselves. Dark State on the outside of the ring. I was calling them niggas Dark Side. There was nobody outside of the ring. It was just Joe and Dion, and they was finally able to have a match with just the two of them. But then in the end, Tony D'Angelo interfered and not only laying out Deion Lennox, but he goaded Joe into thinking he was on his side, and he laid out Joe Hendry too. And then he pulled Joe over Deion and Joe got the win. Everybody's confused. Everybody's trying to understand what the fuck is going on. Only for Ava to come down and be like, "Get Tony, what the hell are you doing? Get out of here." Everybody done cleared the ring by now. Security is out there. Tony done laid out all the damn security. All the security is laid out. Everybody arms spread wide, nigga. It was a whole mess. The show go off with Ava being pissed and Tony D'Angelo staring her down. And that, my friends, was NXT. It was a solid show. I think they did a very good job at setting the landscape for NXT. The only thing I would have wished for would have been a little bit more interaction with the women. But we got to see some people we hadn't seen in a while. Next week, we know that Vanity Project is going up against Chase U. I think I figured out the reason why I don't like Vanity Project. I don't think they really set themselves up in terms of a look yet, because Jackson's haircut was ridiculous. I was looking at his haircut and I was like, who butchered your head? Sir, Supercuts can do a better haircut than that. I don't like his haircut. I don't like his homeboy haircut. And I don't like when white boys get their haircut and it's real heavy and bangy on the top, and then it's not faded properly on the sides or in the back. That bothers me. It bothers me. I hate it. And his homeboy, I don't even look at him because I don't even know what he looked like. I know he got darker hair, but them three white boys just don't. They're not bad wrestlers. I've seen them wrestle. I just don't like looking at them. I feel very uneasy watching them. I will say this though. I am glad that some of the Evolve girls and guys are finishing up their stints in Evolve and then slowly transitioning into NXT. This is an amazing pipeline that NXT has been able to do. And what they do is a slow, soft introduction, and slowly but surely they make their way to NXT, and that becomes their permanent home. And this makes life a lot easier for us as viewers to get into certain superstars, unlike what was happening prior. So now, even with somebody like Keanu bursting on the scene, he's got enough going for him where it won't feel like a disruption that he's there. And that's what I really enjoy about Sean being the GM down there in NXT. That's what I really, really love. Okay. Sir, let me get into these comments. Okay. Because I didn't read all the comments. I was trying to get the commentary out the way before I start reading the comments. So my bad if I didn't see your comment. I will apologize. Okay. So let me put the link in and you can come in, and then we'll go into the next topic, which is landscape of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown is changing. Have you noticed? Have you been paying attention? Not you type it on the computer. You love typing on your computer? That's crazy. Not boom, boom. He gonna go rapid fire. That's crazy. I'm just here to remind everyone that Gunther made Cena give up and tap like a little bee. I am glad that you remember that, seeing as how it wasn't that wasn't that long ago. I'm sorry that your memory is that flawed to the point where you have to constantly remind everyone. You should, take some ginseng or something and help, deal with that memory fog. But I didn't need a reminder. We've seen it so many times on Monday Night Raw that we all know that Gunther had John Cena and tapped him out. We're all aware of that. But thank you for the reminder. Appreciate it.
Look at you. You thought you ate that, huh?
Welcome to Donnie Days Inn. Do you have a reservation on file? That's crazy. He said, I wouldn't give it to Ricky because you need to make a major baby, you need to make a major baby face. I don't know. I think they are going to give it to Ricky, honestly.
Oh, definitely are.
I just said if I were them, I wouldn't. But you know, I like controversy. That as much.
You do. Rika said, Tiffany don't rock with someone when she starts reading them and then cuts herself off to say, let me tell you this. I can't say it.
Dang, now she putting on
I
her
know. I really don't. Hello, Brandy. Hello, Dawson. How are you?
Till I wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, my eyes started hurting. I said, yeah, I gotta go to sleep.
Oh,
Can't kick
hello, Daniel. How are you? Not the 6'7". Congratulations.
Yes, the
I
original.
don't mind it. They're not bothering me, so I don't care.
Yeah, it's easier when you not hear it, people.
Right. Like it doesn't bother me. That's fine. They like I said, as long as they're not trying to be disrespectful, I'm okay with that. Okay. So
4 months.
I don't know who that is. I'm very hesitant to put you in here. Gnarly risotto. Who is it?
Oh, that's Rico.
I'm about to say because I'm not letting you in till you tell me who you are.
Risotto.
I don't know you. Okay.
Woke
because
up.
I've been getting burned too much. I
What's
can't.
up, Houston?
If it ain't say Rico or something that I know you would put in there, I ain't.
You never heard me.
He
You never
did.
heard
He
Don
put
call me
risotto.
risotto?
I
You
ain't
never
never
heard Don
seen it
call me
before.
That means you don't be looking because he been
No.
Tia Risotto for a long time.
No,
I was Tia Risotto.
I don't even recall him being called risotto, but it sounds like something Don would say.
It is something that I said.
He's the one that came up with it.
Fucking mess.
I was gonna
That's
say,
a mess.
I was gonna
missing
do.
for some time. I said, "Where's risotto at?"
He usually puts a picture in there that I recognize. I don't recognize that picture, so I was like,
Jesus.
no.
Is that Jesus?
No,
I don't know.
It's Daniela from Cat's
Oh my god.
Because in the photo, because she does like and during gnarly, she does like a gnarly thing where she does like a very dramatic face because she comes from ballroom, and recently people have been taking a picture while she's mid doing it, and she just looks very crazy.
Yikes.
I didn't think anybody was disrespectful, honestly. I think sometimes you kind of have to let stuff breathe first.
Damn, Aaliyah, how you block him?
Neither one of them was disrespectful. He can respond. He can say that in the comments. I didn't care about him talking about John Cena and Gunther. How is that disrespectful?
We don't care about that shit over here to happen. We moved on already.
Yeah, like
he ain't coming back. Gunther.
I mean, he did tap. That's not disrespectful. He did. He did.
They were definitely trolling. Don't get me wrong, but like.
But that's fine as long as they're not being disrespectful. And they weren't.
Like that last musty bitch from last week.
You know what?
I know last week somebody came in. Well, no, it was Monday. Somebody came in and called me a witch.
Was it Monday?
Witch!
It was Monday. It was Monday. It was Monday. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't block Let's Get It. I blocked the nigga dude who asked you to give him fellatio. I didn't even see that.
Oh, girl.
Gnarly.
All right.
Not fellatio. She had to use the term.
Fellatio.
I didn't even see that. Sometimes Aaliyah is very swift to the point where
okay, she be probably in the house with them.
Right. It seemed like every time I go live, that dude's gonna come in here saying something.
But I will say it is sometimes that certain comments don't pop up because some stuff like Aaliyah was type, I wouldn't see it.
Because if it's a word in there that I've deemed to be egregious, it will not go in the box. So some terms are blocked on purpose. So they won't be able to say certain things, or you won't see anything because the comments are post.
Damn, this bitch down already.
But I had to do that because people are weird and they say weirdo shit.
You're a weird motherfucker.
Did
Very
that
much so.
was it that what? How did the tag match go?
Between who?
Really? As I'm on here. Hold on. Wait a minute.
There
Can y'all
wasn't
hear
no
that?
tag match last night. Yeah.
Hold on.
There wasn't no tag match last night. Yeah, it was only singles matches last night.
All right. It was Dark State and OTM.
That wasn't a tag match.
Oh, what was that?
That was a no disqualification match between Joe and Dion. And Joe won.
He got
Joe got beat up by Tony D'Angelo, and so did Dion Lennox. And then Tony pulled Joe over Dion, and the ref had to count because it was a no disqualification. Ava was mad. She came out there, and she basically had set security out there, to which Tony decimated all of them. And then Ava was just scowling at him, and he just walked away. And I was like,
do something before people stop giving a fuck. Cause I don't know what it is about this day and age that y'all take too long with some shit like that.
Okay.
He been doing this for what, 3 weeks now?
mm-hmm.
Next week he better be talking.
He ain't talked in like 2 months, almost 3.
He been gone for about 3 months.
Well, he been gone for longer than 3 months, but when he came back, he ain't said nothing.
So he ain't talked in almost a year.
No, he hasn't said a word.
Still sound the same.
He does. He does.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell.
I mean, okay. So
Look at
first, let's talk about Monday Night Raw and where you see it going, because I'm telling y'all, I don't think he's gonna keep that championship next week.
Well, let's start with the jurisdiction that I know well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going Raquel versus Liv at Mania.
Right.
Mm.
Title or no title?
Oh, child, you know who running the show. You know that title gonna be on the picture. Stop playing.
That sucks. I don't like that.
I mean, if it was me, I would have Raquel. And I don't know how they would turn that. I don't know what they would. But that's my speculation. That's what I think. As far as I feel like we gonna yet again get another multi-person tag team match. And I don't want to see that shit.
Fucking tag team turmoil.
Multi-tag team
match, fatal 4-way tag team. I don't want to see it. I feel
fatal
like
4-way gauntlet eliminator.
I feel like at this point, like I've been saying, we are just putting everybody at the table to eat at WrestleMania.
Except
and it's
Bayley.
like it don't feel like, at least to me, I mean, of course they feel like to them because they're working for it, obviously. But for viewer spectatorship, it don't feel like you working for it.
If it logically makes sense, then I'm okay with it. But I understand how people can get bored when you just throw in the tag teams in there.
I mean, it always makes sense because they always do a little brawl and they say, you know what, nobody can get it. Everybody's in the match. So they're gonna
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean like there's a feud between like 3 or 4 tag teams, and then they decide to have them fight it out, which I don't have a problem with. I don't mean like they all out there fighting, and that that makes sense, but that's a throw together type of match.
I need for the next 2 months, if we got 4 tag teams buying for this tag team title by WrestleMania, by the last month, the last couple of weeks, you need to be figuring out who's gonna do it. So you need to be figuring out y'all gonna fight for number one contendership. What happened to that? We don't even do that no more.
Well, nobody really a number one contendership. I've yet to see a number one contendership match happen. Really happen.
Anybody.
Except for Monday when the women's tag team matches had their number one contendership match. I think that was the first time I had seen that in a really long time.
Against everybody who's actually deserving of it on that roster. It's just we just need to flip it upside down, change some shit. A
reset is needed.
Horribly so.
Well, I think that Finn is probably going to win that title.
I think so too, as he should.
About time.
I think he's going to beat Punk.
It's definitely needed, and I know we keep saying that we don't want long reigns, but I would give him at least till from April to September, October. It's April, May, June.
I would let him keep it all the way to next year, honestly. I don't mind a long reign, especially when somebody deserves to have it.
Damn, is it good?
Yeah, because it's no more left in that bowl, babe.
Scraping the fuck out that bowl. You scraping the fuck out.
I think the plastic is gone. What's going on?
You have to dig a hole in the bowl.
As I'm eating it, I think I might be allergic to something I put in this.
Oh my god!
Because my throat's kind of swollen, but my eyes feel a little bit weird. But I'm gonna go get some more.
Will you stop eating it? Stop eating it.
I'll be fine.
Chico, you say that every goddamn time, and that is just not.
And am I not standing here before you today?
We don't know that. You could drop in the next few minutes. We don't know. Shit.
Fine. If it was gonna kill me, it would have killed me already.
That is not true. That's not how.
We'll refill my water bottle.
That's not how they work. That's not.
It could just be that I put too many red pepper flakes in it, but like my throat is definitely a little bit tighter than it should be. Maybe I'm developing an allergy to what is it called? Capsaicin?
Capsaicin?
The shit that makes shit spicy.
I
know it looks like capsaicin.
It is capsaicin. You said it right the first time.
Because I know when I worked at Drake's, we have like anything that had our buffalo sauce on it, because our buffalo sauce, well, most of our sauces are made in house, but our buffalo sauce is really good because it's made in house, and I would always eat that shit because it was really good. But then I would notice that like my throat would be a little bit tighter than normal. And I thought it was just my body reacting to the spice. And so I told someone like, oh yeah, like I love it, but like I love spicy food, but it makes my throat kind of swell. And they're like, babe, that don't do that to me. And I said, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not a thing, babe.
And you kept eating it.
Yeah, it sure did. I think maybe I'm developing an allergy to capsaicin. Could be.
They said WWE 26 was revealed commercial filmed in December, and it airs soon.
WWE what?
2K26.
Oh shit!
They filmed.
Shit. Here we go again.
I don't want to pay for another 2K because I didn't like the last one.
Yeah, the story was short, and I feel like
it really wasn't the story. It was just I didn't like it.
We'll circle back to that in a few.
Put a pin in Raw
real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's stay on top.
I think Opa Femi is going to debut on Raw. I think he's going.
Yeah, it's a serious brand. They need somebody black.
They do need some. Well, they have Javon, but they do need some more melanin over there. But I wouldn't have minded if all the black people went to SmackDown. I just would have loved that. That would have
just feel like nigga central. It feels like PLC. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like that's what a couple people should go.
Remember the golden days of 2019?
Yes, it just would have felt right. All of the black people was on one show, and I'd be like, "Oh, please do good. Just make it be better than Raw, and I would live for that so I could just rub it in people's faces.
And now we're going 3 hours. Is we can definitely do a comparison from Monday to Friday.
This is true.
Because it used to be like, oh, Raw bring in more. I'm like, yeah, y'all have an extra fucking hour. Duh. That makes sense.
Which they don't fully use. They use about 30 to 45 minutes of it.
Okay, because the opening of the show was 20 to 30 minutes.
I don't understand that. I'll never understand that.
Yeah, it usually goes into a match as well.
But, okay, so we got Oba debuting over there. Ben's probably going to win the title. You said you don't want no multi-tag team match at Mania, which is a general statement for the main roster in general. And you think Raquel and Liv are going to end up fighting it out at Mania, but their feud is going to start soon. What else?
I feel like it's going to be Elimination Chamber because Liv did come close last year. So she might win. I don't think she's winning Rumble, but I do think she's going to win Chamber.
You don't think they're going to give her the Rumble this year?
I mean, they might. Y'all hey, I ain't putting nothing against them. They might.
I mean, with every year that she has been in the Rumble these last couple of years, she's been down to the last 4.
I mean, either way.
And when it was Rhea, she was the second to last person besides Rhea. Then the year after that, she was one of the last 3. So if she wins this year, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
she gonna win.
Sure.
I'm so sorry, babe. Oh my god.
What about Dom? They say he's not injured to the point where he can't come back soon, but
I mean, I'll put him in the chamber. Shit. Go, young geezer.
I think he should drop his title, personally.
Yeah, excuse me.
I want a championship defended in the chamber match. It hasn't been done in so long. I don't.
You know what? Have a women's tag team chamber for the titles.
Yeah, so y'all want to do multi-tag matches so bad.
They're not going to do that.
I don't see why not. You got the best roster to do it.
Because they
putting
need
them all in fucking
2 people to compete against the champions. You need 2 competitors. You need 2 challengers. And they always use the chamber to decide the secondary challenger for the secondary title. Once the Rumble is won, the Rumble chooses their opponent. There's a belt that doesn't have an opponent. Now, can they make a feud set up with them? Yes, but 90% of the time they do not. And you know they don't.
That's one thing I will say about that man. That man had a brain. That man had creativity. Shout out to a Virgo man. He had creativity out the ass.
On occasion, he would.
Yeah, he did flatline often. Don't get me wrong.
He had several duds.
He definitely had an idea, like the steel cage shit with the spider in it. What the hell? Had us all like, what's in the cage?
And it was a mechanical spider.
Had us gas.
A mechanical spider.
Bitch. Had that old lady.
I was like, that's a little bit too much imagination for me. I have to do too much imagination, and I don't like that.
And that's what it be killing me when people like he told me to walk around with a cage, and I was like, what? Babe, just do it. I never understood the shit. Y'all be so confused. Just do it. And make the best.
He did do it.
The women
got fired.
Women have 5-minute matches, and y'all complaining about some shit that lasted you 3 months, and you don't know you can't figure it out.
And it's be going with it every time, and then he would not pull the plug until he felt like it was necessary. And I was like, child.
Yeah, some of the shit went on too long.
Yes. Like,
you know what I miss? I miss the laptop GM.
Oh, that was fun.
You just like mess and chaos. That's all.
Because that makes the show. All this common story shit, I'm getting bored.
You ain't gotta worry about that because
In the middle of a promo, you hear do 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 do. Oh my god. Here we go.
Well, I think Adam get ready to lose his job.
He should. Shut
the fuck up.
Rob been going crazy for the past 3 years, and all he could do is scream and run in his little church shoes.
Nigga, I be yelling at his bitch ass too, because what are you doing? Just because you don't get your way, you want to act like a child? Like, get the fuck out of here.
But it was way before.
I would have had his ass arrested.
It was way before the
I would have had his ass arrested.
Judgment Day was going crazy. What else is a shit? You didn't have so many factors. Shit.
All he can do is suspend him and or fire him.
Take that shit to SmackDown.
And I would have fired him because he's had too many infractions and he don't know how to keep his shit together. And like, just because you can't handle yourself, you want to come out here and act a fool. So you fired.
I would humble him. That's another thing. Why? I understand why we keep boosting people straight out of NXT to the top. However, you literally just put a whole class in not even 10 years ago. Rhea, we've been up here 10 years. And we ushered a new class at the top. Why?
What do you mean?
They don't even know
many people
the
for
crowd.
real.
They
can't
what?
Promos. They can't talk to the crowd.
Who are we talking about?
Tiffany. Laura struggling for a couple months. Why the hell you give her the title out the gate? That was crazy. This whole new generation and popped up and start winning, which I understand. And then the thing is, you didn't get to the black person. He just won. He had all the choices. I'm so confused. He got to put a little bit more work. But old bean-headed Tippy Time ain't put in no work.
Okay. Once she got the new titties, that was the limit.
Well.
But I knew this was gonna happen when Tiffany and Braun were introduced. I know exactly what they're gonna do.
I felt them coming up and taking over eventually. Not like yesterday.
Oh no, I knew they were going to Slingshot though.
Braun, I knew because that's the second chair, of course.
Braun got that IC title within months of him being on the roster,
which was crazy.
And he was like IC champ twice in a year.
Okay, DMX. R.I.P.
And I was like, okay.
He wasn't.
But he's not good on the microphone. He wasn't good character-wise. And honestly, I don't even think people care. They just like barking at him.
Right. I'm like, I don't.
Bitch.
This used to be a proper channel where we had character depth. We have fucking New Day morning all year and barely get TV time. And this man could just bark at the TV screen.
And you do not see New Day.
It's over.
When you finally do see them, they are getting beat. Even when they were champs. You saw them more when they was faces, honestly.
Yes.
And then they did that big heel turn.
And then we didn't see another. And that was the problem.
And their heat was nuclear at that point. And I was like, well, WWE have a really big issue with capitalizing and executing properly I don't think they plan ahead enough. At least a plan A and a plan B. If things go wrong, you can pivot, and they don't. They don't have that.
They don't.
They don't. And it's been like that since Trip been quote unquote kind of in charge. And it's been like 2019 when the Bellas was
kind of like,
and they was like,
and you just like you have to ask and be like, well, how do you?
In the event of an injury falls through, what's the next route? What's plan
B?
like
where do you go? Like, who do we
even plan
D? Steph going down moved up the vision being taken over, right? Mm-hmm. His injury was that he was gonna be out for more than 5 months. So they were like, okay, we're gonna have to move up this heel turn on Seth to now, because that wasn't supposed to happen until this year. Mm-hmm. Like after Money in the Bank, I want to say. So by SummerSlam, they would have a ready-made feud from within the division, right? And I was just like, all right, cool. That made sense to me, because there was no way Bron Breakker was just going to wait around for his turn. He's too volatile for that, and he doesn't have a lot of self-control, which you can clearly see that. Somebody who has all this brawn and all this power is just a meathead at best. At least character-wise, he is. So I knew it was going to be him that was going to wreak all this havoc. Now, what I do see happening is what I said Monday. There's only going to be a few things that are going to happen. Either Adam is going to be suspended, or he's going to be fired, or Paul Heyman is going to squeeze him. He's going to start literally using him as his right-hand man, and he knows that he can't do anything, and he's going to be severely protected by the bureaucratic tape. Those are the only three things that I can see happening, especially after what Paul said to Adam. It was like, basically, well, you put your hands on him first, and Adam probably is going to have to lift Bron Breakker's suspension, and he's probably not going to be able to touch him and do anything to him. And that's going to leave Bron with all the capabilities to do whatever he wants, which I don't like that, because that makes everything severely one-sided and boring. But do whatever you want to do. I think that they have a problem with balance. And that's my biggest issue, is there's no balance.
And it's like, back then, you would at least have like 4 options. So just in case,
they would have had Breakker would have been arrested. The GMs back in the day called the police for everything.
Okay.
They called the police for everything. So I would just call the cops and be like, I need him escorted off the premises. And as soon as Breakker hit one of the cops, he would be put in handcuffs. Put his ass in handcuffs, get him out of here.
What what Goldberg say? Tase me.
Right.
In my chest. But it's too safe for TV.
I can't.
He was so mad. That's not safe for TV or whatever the hell it meant.
Jay said we need a draft this year. Who we drafted? Everybody moved between the brands pretty seamlessly. I don't think you need a draft.
Yeah, if they were like locked into their place and we wouldn't see nobody cross brand, then I would agree. But
they don't draft, they trade. So they probably will start trading people. But to be honest, the only people I would move from brand to brand is I would send Rhea Ripley to SmackDown, because I don't want to see her and Liv Morgan going after each other again. I don't want to see that.
And I don't like
in her place
into the past.
In her place, I was.
We got the titles before, and now you with somebody else with a new friend. Anyways.
Then I was sending Tiffany to Raw in her place. I don't want Tiffany on SmackDown anymore. Tiffany bores me. I
Tiffany,
also was in. If they split up Raquel and Liv, I also if I would send Roxanne to SmackDown and I would send Charlotte to Raw. Only because when Naomi comes back, I want to see Naomi and Charlotte go at it.
Zesty.
I want to see that. And I think that if they have the right opportunity, that they're gonna be good in the ring together. Even if heel or face, it doesn't matter. I think they just would be good. I would leave Bliss and SmackDown. I think she's a good bet to leave on SmackDown. And I would leave Nia and I would leave all of the big girls there. I would leave all the black girls over there. I think on the SmackDown side, that's the best place for them to flourish and be seen.
I'd send Julia to Raw.
I don't.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yo, Julia. You know another make a fool.
Julia.
Y'all ain't shit. There's something wrong with y'all. So the tag team titles. Do y'all think the Usos should keep them? Or
no?
they
Yes, I think they should. No, I feel like they should.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Usos keep them.
Because it's like, if you drop it to anybody, I would say War Raiders. Because anytime War Raiders get it, the musty connection, they never get they musty just dudes.
I honestly would let them keep it, and then it would go up against American Made. And I would let American Made get the titles.
That too.
Because they have yet to touch them tag team titles. And to be honest, I have been waiting for the Pretty Brothers to get those
yet to touch the ring since the summertime.
No, they haven't been in the ring. And I don't understand that either. I'm very confused.
Like Chad left, and they said,
Have you seen the pictures of him on Instagram?
Massive.
He's huge.
I saw that coming because he was building up that way before he left.
I was like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Eating people? He's massive.
Now that's somebody that needs to have a belt. ASAP.
As long as you don't come back on that bullshit. If you'll come back on that rah-rah bullshit, then yeah.
Shit.
That I don't mind. I don't mind that. But we talk about him targeting the luchadors, dog. Fuck that. Get that shit out of here.
I feel like it's gonna be like a false face kind of thing. Cause he gonna go after Louis and stealing his shit. That's not you. I'm like, what you mean that's not you? That's my.
You said that you wasn't El Grande Americano though. So
fuck all that, bitch. That's my shit.
Technically, you can't do nothing without exposing yourself. So
like that needs to be a thing. We need that. And then he come back like, yeah, I beat him. I didn't beat him for y'all. I beat him for me. That was my shit.
Now Gerard thinks that Austin Theory is a plant for Seth.
What do you say?
I don't know, because he seemed to be fitting in with the group very seamlessly. I haven't seen him do anything weird or step out of line. So I don't know.
I'll be here for Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man.
Spider-Man pointing Americanos. I can't. I don't know if he's a plant. I don't know. The jury is still out on that.
I feel like he is.
You know how I would test if he was a plant or not?
How you gonna do that?
I'd say, what do you know about photosynthesis?
Okay, that's enough. We're moving on. Because there was no reason for you to even say that.
Hold up the show like that.
Hate you, stupid
ain't got
ass
no
just ignorant.
You got chlorophyll?
Put the bowl down, Rico. Put it down.
I am. I'm throwing it away. I took 2 more bites and I realized I don't want it anymore, so I'm tossing it.
You just to scrape it again. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm tossing it out. I just told you.
Logan, Grayson, Austin as a trio before Kevin Owens beat that was so many moons ago, girl. They had dropped that before he got injured.
I should probably take that.
Once Kevin had beat them, that was pretty much it for the trio.
And Logan wasn't full time.
Yeah, that was a flash in the pan for a hot second, and they had moved on because Logan
Nobody
Paul
wants to see that anywhere. They barely want to watch
Logan Paul was still going after somebody else, and then Austin and Theory. Not Austin and Theory. You got me doing it. Austin and Grayson.
Yes.
Austin and Grayson have moved on.
Grayson Waller.
Grayson and Austin. Austin and Theory.
You want to happen to Nikki to happen on Raw?
You know what to happen when Nikki happened on Raw?
I can't wait to bust that out on purpose.
Man.
You want to happen to Austin happen on Raw?
That is wild.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. I don't know nothing about that.
You don't do that on purpose. I did.
That don't even sound right. Just be like, just go with it. I
on the microphone.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
But, I wish we had a chance to see that play out. Unfortunately, they're injured, and as we can see, they don't have plan Bs. But they only pick and choose what stories they want to pick up. So
SmackDown is the other landscape that seems to be changing. Yes, starting off,
not mad.
There's a new world heavyweight champion.
Not for long.
Drew McIntyre is the new WWE champion. And he's got a massive target on his back, even bigger than Cody's.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu.
I don't know.
I believe Jacob is probably going to win the Rumble this year.
No footage. That's what I wish we had these days. Like, where's the footage?
The footage of what?
That's why
Jacob being attacked. Was it really Drew?
Yeah, it was Drew.
We don't know that for sure. We don't even know if Naomi actually put Jade on the car.
She did it. She did it.
There's
okay,
no
let it go. Let it go.
I wish I pushed her harder.
Bitch.
I wish I pushed her harder. I
bitch.
love that. I had to watch.
You ungrateful bitch.
Oh my God. Have you ever seen that movie?
Women like these should be in the Golden Globes. I'm like, what? Because they are.
I still feel like it was Cody. At the time, Cody didn't really have a reason to go after him. If he did, he should have went after everybody because there were multiple people qualifying to go after him. Drew had the most to gain, and Cody had the most to lose. Is it possible that he attacked him? Yeah, but the only person that knows is Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
So why would Jacob go in the ring and only attack Drew when he could have very easily let Drew come out of the gate and attacked Cody Rhodes if he was the attacker?
I guess, child.
When is what Drew does not predictable?
Okay, Drew.
The man is a walking prediction. He's going to come out on Friday. He's going to be out there gloating, shaking his head, smiling, holding up the title saying, I told you I was the truth. I told you I didn't need anyone's help. He's going to be acting a damn fool. I already know what's going to happen. I'm the champion because I've earned it, and I'm your champion because you deserve it.
Technically, you really didn't. You just
you had to put forth a series of events in order to get the title. Not only did he have to antagonized Cody enough to get him to ask for him to come back, which I thought was dumb.
Move.
That was dumb, Cody. I told you. All you had to do was just bide your time. He keeps attacking you. Go to his house and fuck him up. I don't understand why you have to go in the ring and be like, oh, Nick, please bring him back for what? If he wants to come on your bus, you could drive to his house.
Me and Drew used to be good friends. And I actually know where the bitch stay. I'm going to pull up on his ass. And I don't need you to...
I'm going to be at your house.
I don't care about none of that because he jumped me in my van. Where's the police? Let's go for that. All he got is the funky suspension. So I'm going to put my foot in his ass.
Justified in wanting to get his revenge. But my problem is you gave Drew all the power, which allowed you to constantly be on the defense. And then instead of you stop feeding into what he was doing, you kept doing it. Now, I will say the match was going in your favor, but there was an unknown anomaly that neither one of you planned for, and that was Jacob Fatu. Had it been me, if I was Cody, there's no fucking way I would have stopped him from beating Drew's ass. I would have climbed out the ring or walked out and became champion while he was still beating Drew's ass. What do I give a damn about him beating up on Drew for? I don't give a shit. I don't care. That does not matter to me. Not at all. He ain't gonna do nothing but say Drew always got somebody in his back pocket. Oh no, babes. I ain't asked for Jacob to whoop your ass. You did. You shouldn't have threw that damn shit in his face and messed his mouth up. And you probably be champion right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I would have been. But instead of Cody just climbing out the match, he let his stupid emotions get the best of him. Now he's not champion. Knowing him, he's going to show up on SmackDown like a bull in a china shop too. About ready to tear everybody up. Jacob going to show up. They're going to end up brawling. And of course, all three of them going to be in the ring together. So more than likely, a triple threat is coming down the pipe. If not at Royal Rumble, it's happening. Somewhere, sometime soon. It's happening. But that's low-key your fault, though. Like, you could have just let Jacob beat him up. Now, this women's title, it seems, is circling around Jordynne Grace and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill seems to have targeted Jordynne Grace for some reason. I've never been one to show my hand before we play the game, but for whatever reason, Jade Cargill did. She's slapped the target on Jordynne's back. Basically, like, you the new toy in town, but I'm the champ and I'm that bitch. And it's just like, well, if you don't care about me and you don't think I'm all that special, why are you out here? Shouldn't you be in the back enjoying the catering? I'm just saying. You the champ. You're not supposed to show everybody your business. You're supposed to act unbothered. You're supposed to have some acting capabilities to act unbothered. I agree. She does see her as a threat, which she should. But we'll see. We shall see what they're going to do.
We finna see, child.
Unfortunately. What else? So the mid-card division for both the men and the women. It looks like that might be wrapped up with the MFTs for the men. And what about the women's mid-card division? Julia has it, but do you think she's going to keep it? Who do you see taking the title off of Jade? I'm hoping Bianca comes back and they start their feud when she comes back. But as far as who's on the roster currently, I don't think they want Jade to drop that title anytime soon. I think Tiffany Stratton is also going to be coming back soon. And she's probably going to have, which I hope not, because I don't want to see Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill fighting again. I just don't. I'm not interested. But I'm not mad at them going after Jordan and letting Jordan go up against her. I honestly wouldn't be mad if Jade Cargill dropped her guard and had a match with Chelsea and Chelsea stole it from her. I wouldn't be mad about it because Chelsea's funny enough to make it interesting while Jade Cargill is hunting her down. She's going to be hiding. Like, she's going to be hiding. She's got to hire better security. Like, if I were to do it, it's
like that.
No, it's like, if you set it up right, you have Jade, like, come out there and she's real brash and she's like, I'll take on anybody right now. Chelsea answers the challenge. She come out there and she talked to Nia and Lash. Okay? And she was like, I need y'all to have my back, and whoever, takes her out first, you get a first title shot up against me. This will start the clash between Nia and Lash, first of all. And then you'll have Chelsea just biding time, because Chelsea can get her on a roll-up and just cheat, roll her up, get her title, and Jade Cargill's going to be furious. She's going to be barreling through the locker room trying to find Chelsea to beat her ass. Very similar to the storyline Miz had with Bobby Lashley. But I just think it could be executed just a little bit better with a little bit more finesse. Meantime, on the secondary half of that, like I said, you have Lash and Nia fighting it out, because both of them will have successfully done the task, but neither one of them want to give up the opportunity to be champion. And Lash could probably tell Nia, like, look, bitch, your ass done been champion. It's my time now. And she's going to be like, look, newbie, you're not taking no opportunities from me. And they can fight that out. So it'll be a number one contenders match between Lash and Nia, and both of them hoes get decimated by Jade trying to get to that damn championship. And then Nick make it a triple threat. Jade wins the triple threat. Whether she pins Lash or Nia is totally up to them. And then leading into like SummerSlam, I would say SummerSlam. Let that storyline happen throughout the summer. Leading into SummerSlam, that's when she has the match against Chelsea. She beats Chelsea, and then Bianca shows up. And that's how they need to do that. In my opinion, by that time, Jade Cargill will be a 2-time champion, and you'll have time to build a feud between those two women. And it can last for a good 6 months if you do it right. You know what I'm saying? And make it worthwhile. And if you don't want Bianca to be a face character this time, and you don't have Jade as a face character, I think it would be more interesting to see those two women battling it out.
I'm back and I'm black. Still.
I didn't know you left.
Yeah, I had to go get the dinner out. You know, I left. It was quiet.
Yeah, it was quiet. I just figured you was doing something. I asked, what did y'all want to do with Julia as the champ? Do she drop her title this year?
Yeah.
Or keep it?
Drop it.
Who's she dropping it to?
Me.
Ew.
Well,
she dropping it to
there it
fuck
is.
ass Kiana.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Fuck that bitch.
I say right. Not at WrestleMania. That's not high profile enough, and we ain't built up that kind of rapport to see them at Mania. Even though I feel like that's probably what's gonna happen.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, that'll work. Y'all give it enough time. I'll say have her drop the one again. By that time, she'll be like a 3-time champion.
Yep.
And then have them battle it out.
Tag team titles for the men.
Oh.
Right now, the Wyatt Six have them.
Nice gold, beautiful gold.
I'm assuming the MFTs will get those titles. So
That seems like
If
the
the
only two teams
MFTs,
on SmackDown, ain't it?
it's MFT and Braxium. And I
want
don't
to see
know where
the champion. I don't want to see that. Street Profits are at.
Yeah, they just I don't know.
They just
They
faded
haven't
to
been
black.
on TV in months. And then Ciampa's leaving, so he's going to AEW, they say.
Good riddance.
Hey, have fun.
Well, not good riddance.
Have fun, Grandpa. I'm sorry. After his reign of terror on NXT, I just cannot get behind that man. I'm sorry.
Terror.
It was a reign of terror that Triple H allowed. So you really can't be
And
mad.
that's why I don't fuck with those bald men.
I feel like you should go
I
back.
don't think you fuck with the men either at all. You don't really like the men at all.
Because I enjoyed every second of that reign.
I don't mean his title reign. I just mean his for him on NXT after 2019.
Oh no, that was his doing.
Yeah.
His friend
His
was
actual
scared.
title reign was fine,
I
but I
just
mean
don't want
his
these
reign of
hot potato
terror
reigns
on
and
the
differences.
screen.
I personally don't mind a hot potato reign and title defense as long as it's worthwhile. A lot of people hated what Charlotte and Sasha did, but I liked it because you never know. You were looking at who was going to get it next. And then when it finally ended, I was sad because they had real competition between the two of them. And every match they had, it was ramped up. I was sad for Sasha that she didn't get to have her title reigns longer than Charlotte did. That was the only thing that I didn't like. Other than that, I didn't mind them going back and forth. It padded the resume pretty quickly for both of them.
Period. I know that's right. I felt like people weren't really. They were looking at it as a hot potato thing. However, that time was needed to build up Charlotte.
Yeah.
Because Sasha was already established. Charlotte was Ric Flair's daughter.
That's true.
And y'all weren't looking at it at the whole scope of things. And y'all still ain't looked at the whole scope of things that many of y'all big ages, because when it was happening, some of y'all were like 14. And now you're like 20. So you still hadn't took a step back and actually realized what was going on. She didn't take a step and realize what was going on. Oh, Kayla, I just made some corn, baby. We broke over here. Broken hungry. And we having simple Irish meals minus the corn.
And then Life of J asked where the Street Profits have been. Don't know. I imagine they've been at home, relaxing. They weren't being used. They weren't needed at the time. The tag team titles were locked up between the MFTs and the Wyatt Six. And to be honest, unless they were going to let them compete as singles competitors, I wouldn't have let them stay around either. There was no need for them to travel or be backstage. I would go home and spend time with my kids and my wife, my family.
That's what we need to
now, there were
which they never want to do for some reason.
There were some vignettes being posted by Montez that kind of gave you some illusion to Montez swinging on his own, but they never led to anything. Kind of like what happened with Tamina. Like all of us was like severely interested in what Tamina was putting out on her social media, but WWE like shut that down immediately, and then we never saw it. Then shortly after that, she retired, and we didn't see her again, which I kind of hated because I was like, y'all could have gave Tamina a damn title run or something. Y'all ain't get that lady nothing. She was always somebody's enforcer. Always. Anyways. I think that is it. I don't think Nick is in danger of losing his job. I think he's all right. For now.
Nick don't be playing that shit to go on Raw.
Yeah.
He was on Raw for that day. He said, I know y'all used to a certain type of things being done, but I don't rock like that. Take your ass.
Yeah, he did.
2 motherfuckers.
That's facts. Y'all got any more wrestling conversation y'all want to have before we move on? Because we about to get into current events and bye.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's hit 2 points. What the hell is going on in Saudi?
Well, they're building a real stadium from the ground up. A legit stadium.
Okay. Right.
And I know what you're gonna say.
Y'all had a year.
Yes.
I know y'all got blood money. Y'all had a fucking year. Why are y'all starting on this week?
I feel like they should have been started on this stadium like 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
We are 2 weeks away. There's no way the infrastructure would be set for people to be in that building safely.
I would not trust it.
And this was the
way they're gonna have to work in that heat. That kind of heat. And from what I hear, that Dubai heat, that Saudi heat is a whole different monster.
Yes.
I said, ooh, child.
They right under the sun.
I don't know. I don't know what they doing, but from what I understand or what we saw, they build it from the ground up.
Child, y'all better do it in Kiki Palmer's backyard.
Okay. But then again, like Don do have a valid point. Like you should have been building it, right? But I understand why they are, because this is Royal Rumble. A lot of people are gonna want to go to Rumble. Usually they house the stuff for the Saudi people because it's in Saudi. But we're talking about one of the big four, and they need to build that stadium because next year it's the Rumble, the Mania is gonna be in Saudi. They need that stadium. They don't have a stadium big enough to be able to house all them people.
And this is why y'all can't just do shit because it sounds good.
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm hoping that they'll be finished in time. Otherwise, they just gonna have to either go to the main place they go in Riyadh and leave it at that. But they still need to build that stadium, which is probably, I think that's what they're doing. I think they're building the stadium for Mania next year. I don't think it's for Royal Rumble. Because Donna's right, it's just not enough time to have it built. Like, motherfuckers is going to be in there falling and shit. It's not going to be structurally sound. And people are going to be dying and falling out the chairs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust it.
But you know what?
You know they just going to use slave labor. They just going to use
slave labor is crazy.
I'm serious.
You guys are going to do. But God forbid some shit do like happen like that. Then like, you know what? We don't think we can do the next Mania here because look at what we're doing. You really got to sit back and let shit happen just for you can see your mistakes that you made, your big fuck up of a mess that you made.
It just doesn't make sense for them to build it for Rumble, and they haven't started building it. And there's no way it's going to be finished in time.
Rumble is like next month, ain't it?
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
Oh Lord, they might as well just relocate it now.
Yeah, it's in like 2 weeks. There's no way. Like, I don't think that stadium is being built for the Rumble. I think it's being built for Mania next year.
Because ain't no way that's allowed. Ain't no way they would do that and fuck up. They're already fucked up traveling economy.
Exactly.
That's the whole reason they doing all this shit anyway, because they're trying to get more people to come there.
This lady is
their tourism is in the gutter.
It should be.
Tremendous.
So is ours.
As it should be.
Ain't nobody, and they already decided them motherfuckers overseas is not coming here for the FIFA.
Hell, look at all this shit going on.
They are.
They said, I'm not trying to come there and then ICE arrest me and I end up in jail.
15,000 people have literally canceled their tickets already.
Canceled their tickets. They're like, I'm not going to the U.S. and getting arrested. And I was like, I don't fucking blame you.
We thought
shit, we live here. we gotta fucking worry about getting arrested too, nigga.
I don't think they realize that. Like the GP here, we're broke. Y'all weren't getting money from us to begin with because we're broke. And y'all keep raising prices. People are coming from overseas to come here and have fun.
They ain't no more.
They're not anymore because y'all done got these crackheads. I'm gonna call it what you got these crack.
No, dead ass. Because P.X. said definitely is a crackhead.
Calling shots.
Because as soon as they do some crazy shit, like try to go and attack Greenland to take over Greenland, and they don't pull all of our bonds and stuff that we have, our entire economic system is going down.
Because we gotta pay for that shit.
We will be broke, and this country is going to literally go into a full-blown recession that it will take years for us to recover.
It won't even be a recession. We'll probably literally go into a Great Depression.
Again, this is not what we wanted for the 20s. Again.
This is why we all have to vote this year. The midterms are this year.
Yeah, because when you get the right people in there, he won't be able to do all this crazy shit.
No.
Okay, hold on. Before we go into current events. The second part, this WWE 2K26. Stop giving us these old ass fucking people. Your target audience is not 35 and up. I'm sorry. It's not.
Dang, that was shady.
No, I'm just. Are you like Nicole? Are you going to go buy the game to go play it?
No,
she don't play video games, so she don't. That's not her thing. Only thing she played is what's the one game we was playing during the lockdown?
Animal Crossing.
It was Animal Crossing. That was it.
Period. But
she was living her best life with that Animal Crossing child.
I'm not saying they don't buy the game, but that's not your audience.
I don't talk
about somebody when the start of the business came. I don't even know them, and I'm not going backwards to do my research. I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't care that much. It's not that deep. It's media. Stop giving us these people that we want to see are people from my age, a little bit younger, to about, I want to say, 17-ish. Give or take a few years. We want to see the divas. That's our bread and butter. And y'all keep denying like
of course.
It should happen.
I knew this is where this was gonna go.
But who do we get instead?
Like
we get
they
Paul
want to give us 1 or 2 a year.
Oh my god, here we go. Give divas a chance.
Divas!
No, like, if you was to give us a pack, I promise you we'd shut the fuck up.
Give divas a chance.
Y'all
I don't care.
Here, Michelle's there.
The thing that annoys me
here
is not even that we're not getting divas, is the fact that instead of like anyone else, we're getting Mr. Perfect, Paul Orndorff.
And then it was
Who
like
the fuck
before
Paul Orndorff.
Before Casey kind of had got in the game, they were scared to be in the game. They got taken out of the game. So what's his name? What's that man's name? Pat McAfee and his fucking friends get in the game.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
I don't even know who they are. And then they try to convince us, oh, we didn't take nobody's spot. Bitch, they just told us verbatim that you did.
They scrapped the whole pack for them.
We were supposed to get Metaphor, Kiana, Sol Ruka, and Eddie Thorpe. And
it was all of the NXT girlies that wasn't already in there. They were supposed to be.
We got Pat and his damn friends from his podcast.
I did not know that.
Yes, they told us that. They said it. And they said, no, I think they're talking about that we didn't do that. No, y'all didn't do that.
They
did.
They did.
And
it was George Kittle and a couple other. They was football players, ex-football players, and like 2 or 3 of Pat McAfee's podcast cronies were in the game. They were in that last pack. That last pack was supposed to be the last patch for the NXT girls. And we saw it because they advertised it. They had told everybody what the last pack was multiple times. And then all of a sudden they had scrubbed their social media of it. And I remember Don and Rico talking about it like something's wrong. They changed something. And then all of a sudden they announced this new pack with Pat McAfee, the football players, and his podcast.
Yep.
Brothers.
And everybody went on Twitter was like, whoa, what happened to the NXT pack? They said, well, LOL, funny story.
Right. That's really
how it went. In the game for
the thing was they were going to scan them. They were going to be a pack, but they had scanned them in. They scanned them in last minute, literally. And they said, well, since we just scanned them, we might as well give y'all them instead of them. Why?
But you could have just given us both packs, or just like I felt like you could have just gave them both packs. There was no reason to keep the rest of the NXT people out of the game, because those are the people that most of us wanted. And
catering to these old ass men. Stop. That's what you're doing. Stop catering to these old ass men, please, and thank you.
I wasn't a fan of 2K25, so I did not.
I don't care about no big, nasty, hairy chest motherfucker being mad. The game. Stop playing the fucking game. It's not.
Oh my gosh.
It's so sad.
You gotta be mad at Mortal Kombat. Melina and all her daughters get new skins.
Well,
it's like the only time y'all like women is when it's. I don't understand. Y'all don't like women.
No, they don't. You figured it out. Great.
That was my second point. Let's go on to current events.
Current events. Everybody good? You don't have no more wrestling combo before we move on?
Oh, we're covering like real current events?
Yeah, real world current events, not or just mess. We ain't covering nothing for wrestling because we ain't gonna go political because I don't feel like it. But we definitely gonna go messy because it's been messy.
So
a whole week has gone by, and it has been nothing but absolute mess. Now we got a whole situation where a lady done went missing, and they done found her dead body in the river in
Lake Michigan.
Mm-hmm. They found her in the river. You got Cam Newton making up words on his podcast, and
I felt bad for her. I didn't watch the interview because I didn't want a headache.
Oh, she was struggling.
She was just like she just kept drinking, and the drink wasn't doing her justice.
It was not. Then you had the TikTok couple here. They get a divorce because Dan's been cheated on his wife. If you don't know who they are, he's a chef by trade, and she makes videos where she either be pranking him or constantly making him laugh by doing something funny, and they blew up on social media that way. And then come to find out that they now getting a divorce because he stepped outside of their marriage. And that's been a big thing in the news. Now, Jill Scott was also on Angie Martinez's podcast, and she covered two topics. She talked about her time with Tyler Perry as Sheila, and she talked about how Tyler Perry, they filmed this at the Atlanta airport on a real flight, and he had the people on the flight make fun of Jill inside the fat suit so she would feel hurt, alone, bullied, and picked on. He wanted her to really exhibit that emotion. And I was like, now you don't went too goddamn far, but we gonna talk about it. Then we have the Mr. Tendernism. Okay. Keith Lee did a review on the Destination Barbecue place that Tendernism works at because he doesn't own it. He works there. Since he's the last one that we talking about, let's start with him first. So if y'all don't know, okay, Keith Lee's a big old TikToker. He's got 7.5 million followers over there on TikTok. He's got about 4 million on Instagram and plenty more across social media. Just recently, he came back from Hawaii and chilling with Brett Man Rock. And this is going to be a
two.
That was a whole situation too, which I'll get to it in a second. First, let's deal with Mr. Tenderism. Let's deal with Unc, okay? Now, everybody knows who Unc is. If you don't know, he got famous on TikTok because he was reviewing the food at the Destination Barbecue and telling everybody how tender it is. Every time he would pick up a bone, the meat would fall off, and Unc would get up and be flabbergasted. And this is how he got famous on TikTok. I thought it was funny. It was cute. And everybody, really enjoyed it and started going to the restaurant because of Unc, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, Keith Lee was a big fan of Unc. He wanted to see him. He wanted to meet him. And since they were out there at the time, he wanted to go see Unc and try the food. First, he tried the food. He didn't say anything bad about the food. He said the food was good. It just wasn't as tender as Unc's food was, which he said everybody's food ain't going to be the same, but it wasn't bad food. He said it was good barbecue, had great smoke on it, good seasoning. He might have, not wanted as much pepper, but he said somebody who likes a lot of pepper would like the bark on this particular food. It just wasn't as tender as they had been advertising through Unc, but he wasn't mad at it. And he said he gave it a good 8.5 out of 10, which is a solid rating for any restaurant. In comes the real owner of the Destination Barbecue place. Because when Keith Lee tried to go in, he wanted to leave Unc a $4,000 tip. $4,000 tip. And then he wanted to pay up to $1,000 for people to come in and eat, where they didn't have to pay, or whatever they ordered, it would be on the tab. The lady at the front told him no. He said, "I'm sorry." She was like, "No, you can't do that. And you also can't see him because he's not taking knowledge." She was like, "No, that's not happening."
He was publicist.
So he came out and he basically told everybody and was like, "Hey, I tried to give him a $4,000 tip. I tried to pay $1,000 for people to eat. They refused." So he was like, "If you want to come and test food out for yourself, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna feed some people." So he took the money and gave it to people who were coming into the store, and he went to another restaurant that he did a review on, and he paid the money there and let people eat for free there. Now, here comes the owner of the restaurant. He's back there doing a podcast with Unc, and Unc had 4 massive bodyguards around him in the restaurant. Keith Lee said when he went in there, they ushered Unc to the back with these 4 bodyguards surrounding him. So even if he wanted to, he couldn't go nowhere or do anything, which is weird. I understand people are coming in there to see him, but 4 bodyguards is crazy.
4 is crazy. If you don't get his one of his grandkids up there and protect his community.
The restaurant owner was on a podcast. I don't remember the name of the podcast. Don't care. He was on the podcast talking to the black man. It was a black podcast. Now this white man is sitting there. Unc never says a word. The only time he says anything is when he says, "I wouldn't mind meeting Keith Lee." Now the guy who's the owner is the white man sitting next to him. He basically says he didn't like the review because he felt like Keith Lee's review was disappointing. Well, I'm like, if it was disappointing, then it's on your part because you provided him with the food sight unseen. You didn't know he was coming, which is how he does his reviews, so that he can give you a true, authentic review. He claims if he had known it was Keith Lee out there, he would have gladly welcomed him back there. And I was like, the whole point is that it shouldn't have to be that way. If somebody's leaving a tip for this older man, he should be able to receive that tip. You shouldn't be governing what he gets and what he doesn't.
All right.
He then goes, "I just don't like the narrative that Keith Lee was trying to spin. We did try to get in contact with him multiple times. He did not respond. I would not respond to you either.
The deed is already done. I did my part.
I gave a review on the restaurant. I have no desire to come back out there. I tried to contact on through him because it was Uncle he was a fan of. It wasn't necessarily the restaurant. It was him.
Right.
So it blew up online. So I know TikTok don't play about Keith Lee. Keith Lee hasn't said a word. He hasn't said anything. He posted his review and he told the truth and he left it at that. The restaurant owner has been trying to save face because people have been blowing his ass out the water. They are accusing him, one, of using this old man to market his food. And they also are alluding to the fact that he didn't want him to get that money. And I was like, there's a lot of shit going on, man. Now, personally, I do believe that I thought that he was the owner of the restaurant as well. I didn't think that he was an employee. Even as an employee, the only thing the owner can govern when it comes to him is what he does while on the clock. Everything else is totally up to him. He can do whatever he wants. But for whatever reason, when they call to see Unc to do these podcasts, he's there. He's a part of the conversation. He's over talking or doesn't allow Unc to speak at all. And I just find that to be very odd. It's just odd behavior. The other part about Keith Lee is that Keith Lee has now been accused of being undercover. There's a TikTok account called the DL Whisperer, which I don't like. But he's on there and people are sending him videos because Keith Lee was very comfortable sitting with Bretman Rock at his house, eating the food that his mother makes and sells on her truck and at her stall at the night market in Hawaii. So everybody was talking about, oh, Keith Lee just kikiing with Bretman, like touching on him and stuff. And he wasn't. They was just talking like boys would talk. It really was nothing to it. Like legitimately, it was just two people having a friendly conversation. And Keith Lee was just normal. He was just his normal self. But because he wasn't apprehensive around Bretman, he somehow now has been deemed to be gay or undercover. And the DL Whisperer is currently encouraging the behavior by saying, like, y'all saw them sitting there talking, he cheesing, and every time he turns around, he finds a way to touch him. I'm just like, that's not what I saw. But Keith Lee hasn't said anything to this either, and I don't think he should either. The people like mess, and they have been using this as internet fodder. So he's embroiled in two controversies: the tenderism controversy and this gay DL shit that they're pulling up. That's the Keith Lee mess. What y'all think about it?
I just don't get why someone always gotta be DL.
It's the Lord.
They need content and they don't have enough talent to create their own content. So here we are.
And that's all he be doing. He don't have nothing else to talk about. And I'm just like, it's just not possible to have that many stories. I mean, every week of your life up until this point, you have to been fucking around with somebody.
He has a lot of DL stories that he tells. And then people send him things, or they tell him stuff like, I need you to tell me if this guy is DL or not. And then he makes them send him details, and then he goes over it on his TikTok. He do it live sometimes.
Weird. People are weird.
I don't know. But I know that Destination Barbecue place is getting ready to start losing business. I know that.
I remember
people are not happy.
This trap song. And my favorite line in the song is, that's the type of shit that gets your stupid ass unalive.
Uh-oh. Well,
And literally, that's what it is.
He young, so he'll figure it out, I guess.
It's funny and cute.
I guess he will figure it out.
Gnarly.
Now, let's move on to Miss Lady London.
Hottie, like a bag of Takis. I'm just
She was fighting life in that interview. God damn.
If you don't know who Lady London is a rapper. And she is probably one of the best female rappers that is signed right now. Between her, Lola, and there's a few others. She's not a mainstream rapper, but she has been featured on many people's songs, their albums. She was featured on Sierra's song with a few times. She's been featured on Sierra's music. And she's been around for a while. She got her fame on TikTok a few years back with a freestyle that she did. It really blew up and got really big. Lady London started out as a poet, and then she switched into rap, and rap has been her bread and butter for quite some time. However, recently she was on Cam Newton's podcast. If you don't know who Cam Newton is a former NFL quarterback for at least 3 teams, 2 of them being the Patriots and the Jaguars, or the Panthers. Right. Mm-hmm. Cam Newton played for the Panthers
and
the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
MP.
Okay, great. You can go back to the game. Since then, he's been doing this podcast for a while.
I can't.
He has been in the league forever. But he has a lot of guests on his podcast, rappers, basketball players, football players, just pop culture people in general. And this particular week he had Lady London on there. And they were talking.
Well, he was talking and she was trying to listen.
She was listening intently, and that's what makes this really bad. Cam Newton was trying to sound smart. He was trying to sound smart, and he does that often. But he was interviewing her and asking her what her inspiration was, or what her biggest inspiration was. That was the first question he asked her. And he said, who are you inspired by right now in music? Lady London's answer was that she's inspired by those who came before her. The Big Daddy Kanes, people like MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Jay-Z, Slick Rick. She liked Slick Rick a lot because she likens her music to Slick Rick's style. Because at his core, Slick Rick is a storyteller. And that's what she prefers to do, is tell stories. And he didn't like her answer. He was dissatisfied. And he was just like, but like, who are you inspired by now? Like right now in the industry? She said, I am a student of the past. I'm not inspired by anybody who's my equal. But I see what you're trying to do. And he was like, well, I asked you who you were a fan of right now. And she said, no, you asked me who I was inspired by. That's a different question.
Okay.
She kind of got you there, babe, because that is what you asked her. And he said, well, that is probably what I asked. She was like, no, that is what you asked. The second time he fucked up, she asked him a question. She asked him how he would describe his style. She said that's an adjective. The reason why she said that is because prior to that, he tried to dumb her down by telling her something about what he said in description. And he said, that's a noun. Just so you know, that's a noun. She said, okay. She said, well, tell me about your personal style. Describe it. That's as an adjective. An adjective is a descriptive word, so describe it as an adjective. He says that his style is eclectic.
Eclectic.
Not a word.
I want you to hear what I said because it's gonna get worse. I just need you to stick with me. He said I describe myself as eclectic.
Mm-hmm.
Lady London says, I think you mean eclectic. He says, no, I made up that word. She says, oh, that's your word. Okay, I need to hear this. Explain.
He said, mm-hmm.
She says, spell it. This
Can I
is
spell
what
it
he
for you?
says. Go ahead, Don, spell it. Spell it eclectic.
He said, in eclectic. CLETIC. Eclectic.
No. He said NCLECTA.
Oh, child, fucked it up. I said, what? That's not even a word.
CLCTA. I said, that's eclectic. That ain't even eclectic.
I could spell it for you. CTE. Go get some help.
Baby, when I say she sat there and grabbed that wine she was drinking.
Okay, hold on.
She said, ooh, all right then. And she said, he said, I know that, like, you know, that's my word to describe me. This is who I am. She said, well, you know, words. She said, I don't know about you, but like that ain't nowhere in Webster's or Oxford. I don't think they would recognize that as a word. And he was like, why would you care about what they think? She was like, I don't know about you, but that's how I make my money, by words. I use words to make my money. He was like, well, why would you care about what they think? They don't sit at the table with us. They not at our Thanksgiving. And she like, oh, okay.
And
okay,
like
I see what you
have a sense of AEVE, but that's not what you thought. That's like tenderism. Yeah, I like to say etiquette,
baby.
But in class,
the point is, this is the problem. Cam Newton is manipulative, and he seems to think that when a pretty woman like Lady London shows up, that she's going to be enamored by him because he has money and because he has a social status. That is the basis of his personality. He believes that
he's also the type of man that be like, oh, females only use us for our money and our clout.
Correct.
Yeah, he'll say the same thing in the same message.
Yes, he has said it. He has said that before.
2 years ago with a doctor?
No, he said it recently. Like last year when he had his podcast with that pastor, the pastor was asking him, why don't you want to settle down with all these women, but you keep making babies with them? And he was just like, I don't believe marriage is the institution that I should, you know, settle down to and hold myself down to a woman. They ain't gonna do nothing but just try to take all my money from me and, you know, build themselves up. And he was just like, how is it that you are okay with impregnating a woman and constantly keeping a woman pregnant or multiple women pregnant, but you don't want to marry them? You'd rather be tied to them for the rest of your life with these children, but you don't want to be tied to them in a marriage.
Well, that's two motherfuckers sit up there and say, yep, with a smile on his face.
Yep.
Until somebody points out to him that he's actually creating broken homes. No matter if you are.
That's what he did, which was Dr. Cheyenne did that. Well, Dr. Charmaine did that.
Yeah, she said you are creating broken homes. And he sat there, he was like, oh, you're right.
At first, he was like, no, I'm not. I'm there for my kids. And she was like, you have over 5 children. There's no way that you're in all of their houses.
In every household.
She said, do they all live with you? He said, of course not. They live with their mothers. She said, that's a broken home, Cam. You're not with their mothers.
He must have said, what?
And he just sat there and put his hand on his mouth. And she was like, are you with the mothers of all of your children? Do y'all have a polyamorous relationship? He said, no. She said, then every woman that you are not with, you intentionally created a broken home for your children. And I was like, well, she's not lying. That is true. Because you had no intention of creating a home with the mother.
And you see when the child is teed, but the finna is gag. I'm dead as a child.
Baby, they've been tearing Cam Newton's ass up online for 2 whole days. He has not had a moment to breathe.
Because he got that. Natalie made him look stupid a couple weeks ago, too.
Yeah.
Because he
And it's all.
he thought she was dumb, but she's not.
She's not dumb.
Yep.
She's
Natalie is a lot of things, but dumb is not one of them.
Never been one of them. She's very calculated.
And they was like, and the only thing they said was the only thing they wish Natalie did was give Cam the room to hang himself the way that Lady London did.
Mm-hmm.
But Natalie was more of an aggressive in that interview. So I was like, he got exactly what he deserved. And quite frankly, somebody need to knock him down a peg or two, because even after he did all of that in an interview, he still tried to hit on Lady London.
You forgot when she asked him, she said, describe yourself in one word. And she says, that's also an adjective again. He said, I'm a god. She said, oh. Okay.
Straight up told on himself. Manipulative.
There it is. Now we see why you walk around like that.
Yeah, because he don't. The only thing I think Cam Newton should stick to is the rivers and the lakes that he used to, honestly, which is football. Football is his lane.
Just have
remember, High School Musical taught it to us. They said, no, stick to the stuff you know.
Really? No, for real, he's very good at football conversations.
You could literally have a podcast where you talk to new players, you talk to high school players, you talk to retired players, and get their aspects. Like, you pick like a theme, like one, I don't know, we'll say like a series of episodes. You talk about like the state of the current game, and do you think it's gotten better or worse, or compared to how it has before? You have someone from like coming up, like I said, like a high schooler. You have someone else who's like another peer of his, like fucking Tom Brady of all people.
Yeah.
And then get someone currently like a Jaylen Brown or Patrick Mahomes. Like, come on, man.
What work to be done? You just dancing around.
Now he does have a sports podcast that he does on YouTube weekly. And it's more like Pat McAfee's show with just him and like another dude than it is the way Nicole was setting it up. That would be different. But that would be similar to the other podcasts that are already out, like The Pivot and like what they do on All the Smoke with the basketball guys. So he's
Pivot doesn't. That's why I don't want to compare it to The Pivot, because Pivot doesn't just do like football. Like, they talk to actors, like they had.
Yeah, they talk to everybody. That's true.
They got Tyreek Withers. Like, I have to finish watching that. They had Zach Brown, which is the CEO of McLaren F1 team. They had Lando Norris on there, who's literally an F1 driver. They have everybody on that damn show.
They had Josh Johnson on there last year. Seth was on there last year. They've had The Rock over there. Barack Obama's been on The Pivot.
I think Cody's been on The Pivot, right?
Yes, he has. Yeah. I watched Cody's episode. He was on The Pivot last year too. They have everybody on The Pivot, but the format is similar. They don't stick to football only, is the whole point. Nicole's idea wants Cam to stay in football, focus specifically on football in all aspects of it, from the starter to your midway point to professionals, which I agree, because I believe that that's his field. That's what he knows. This type of podcast that he does, I don't like, because what I find is when he has women on there, he's very condescending to them. He treats them like they are puppets to manipulate. And he acts like he's smarter than them all the time. And when he gets somebody like Dr. Charmaine or somebody like Natalie, somebody like Lady London up there who challenges his intelligence, he finds a way to manipulate the situation to make them look like they were wrong for questioning him, which is what he tried to do to Lady London, but she kept the conversation where it needed to be. And then at the end, he kept trying to hit on her, which she was not receptive to what he was putting down.
If we want this song firsthand, you stupid.
Now he's got a baby mama who just recently had a kid with him. Jazzy, she had 2 babies by him. As far as I know, they still live together. I don't think she moved out of that house yet.
Well, yeah, she just got pregnant for a second time.
Yeah, and he says that he's single, but he said it loud and proud. I don't want her sleeping with nobody else. And I was like,
I can't stand people like you.
Well, she's single. If you're single, she's single. And he was like, no, like she can't sleep with nobody.
Stand for bitches that go for shit like that. Because it takes 2 to fucking tango.
And she seems very, very in love with him. I don't understand why, because I would feel dumber every time I would be with him. Honestly, I would feel extremely dumb. Bianca and Montez was on there too. They were on the pivot together. They were. Okay. We're moving on to more topics.
Why do I feel like Triple H was on there or something? Or do I just feel like he would be? Or do I feel like he would just be a guest?
I could see him being a guest on the pivot. But I don't know. Let me see. Pivot, Triple H. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, he has been on the pivot. I don't know when, but it says that Triple H has been a guest on the Pivot podcast.
I knew it.
She said I knew it.
Now, let me see, which one should we go to next? Let's go to the lady who was found in the Michigan River. So this was a teacher. She was a teacher in Michigan. She was married to this man. They are husband and wife. What started out as a missing persons case has now turned into an open investigation into a possible murder case or a possible self-unaliving. Okay. In the beginning, when we first heard about this story, a lot of people were reacting to the husband and his reaction to his wife being missing. The story is they knew that his wife went out running that morning and she never returned. She did not take her phone, her wallet, or her keys, and she didn't take her car. Everything was at home and his wife was missing. She hadn't been answering her phone. He got home and all her stuff was there. He thought something nefarious happened, so he called the police. They started to open a missing persons case on her, started to search for her, and they just found her yesterday, I believe. Her body washed up in the Michigan River. The problem with this case is as soon as this man came on national TV, or they put his video up on the Michigan news airwaves and it hit national news, everybody that saw it on social media immediately said that the husband did it. They said the police need to look into him. He killed her. I could tell by how he cried. I said, well, given what we've seen with Chris Watts and the Murdoch case and all these other cases that have occurred over the last couple of years, I can understand why people were apprehensive to believe the husband. The cry didn't seem like it was genuine. It seemed a little fake, but I mean, we don't know that man, so we can't say that he did it or not. But people were adamant online that the husband had killed this lady. So much so, a lot of the true crime podcast was doing full-on scenarios as to how he did it and where he hid the body. Y'all motherfuckers are morbid. I want you to understand that. Okay? Now, it's too much. They found this lady's body washed up ashore in the Michigan River. They do not know how she died. At least they haven't announced it. They haven't said, there was foul play involved. They do have CCTV footage of her walking on the bridge close to the place where they found her body. So the speculation is that there was some self-unaliving happening here, that she may have jumped off of the bridge into the river and took herself out of here. Her family also does not believe that the husband did any harm to her. She did have a history of mental health, and that is what the police are going off of. They have no evidence, as far as I know from what the articles were saying, to link the husband to her murder. He hasn't cheated. There's been no infidelity. There's nothing, as far as we know for now. All we know is that she gone, and the whole internet is blaming this black man for her death.
Not surprised.
That's it. That's all. So I remember that case. This shit is crazy. Yeah. Who watching Friday after that? Or next Friday?
Somebody do a Bob challenge.
No, like, what is that?
I'm gonna take my mama's do it.
The workout challenges with the song.
It's the Bob activation challenge.
Not a Bob activation.
We're going to shake your head to the.
That's some wild shit. Was the lady white? She right here, Aaliyah. Can you not see her? She is on
Alexa,
the screen.
turn the lights off because
that song always reminds me of Save the Last Dance.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
And they were in the club. And then everybody thought that she was fucking it up, and we thought she was fucking it up. What was wrong with us? We were like, "Ooh, she is fucking it up," and like looking back,
came in there and shut that shit down. She was like, "Nah, bitch."
Girl, I had some video. I forgot what dance it was or what movie it was. They said the lead white boy, he was a dancer, and he was dancing the simple moves, and it was time to fuck some shit up for real. He faded to the black, faded back, and the real dancers up there dancing. Then he came back up. I was like, I was like,
oh hell no! That you been missing the whole time.
Oh my god!
She said, "I have my screen split in half into the chat. I have to scroll down. It's right here on the screen though."
I'm not understanding.
Like she right here. All right. I have nothing else to say about it. Like the lady gone, and that's it.
Linda.
Hopefully, there's no foul play involved, and I hope she didn't unalive herself, or they find who did it. But y'all wrong for blaming that man for killing this lady if he didn't do it. That's not right. So that's y'all true crime for today. That's all we got. We ain't got no more. We got 3 more stories. These right here, these are social media influencers. We got Desmond, and I can't think of her name. Let's start with a K. Okay. They've been on social media for a while. They've been married pretty much the whole time they've been on social media.
They said they were.
He's a chef. They were high school sweethearts.
Foolishness.
Ayo, Tiff, have you heard about that woman who got unalived by her ex-husband? No, because that sounds like 70,000 different?
It was here in Ohio. I think it was like in
No, it was
Columbus.
not.
Yeah, it's the dentist. You know, you haven't heard people talk about it?
The dentist?
No.
That's like Desperate Housewives.
Okay.
It's really sad actually. It's this woman, it was her ex-husband killed her and her current husband. He's like a well-known dentist in the Columbus area. And then she was well known too. Everyone said that she was really nice. Well, she was married to that first husband barely 2 years, left, didn't want anything, just wanted out of the relationship. And then I guess he started stalking her and then he killed both of them. He's also a doctor.
Damn. I did not know that. I've been staying away from the true crime community for a while. It can be quite depressing.
I'm not even around true crime. I just see it everywhere. Like every time I go on like, because I'm always on the computer now for work. So anytime because I have to use Outlook, so obviously that's like being MSN or whatever it is, or Microsoft or whatever. So I always see the news on there. So like the news scrolls. And then I also have it curated to like show what I want. So it's like local news. It's very filtered politics, just like very important things, and then sports. So like college, basketball, F1, blah blah blah, and motorsports, blah blah blah. So, anyways, and this story kept popping up. And then I was
I
like, let
have
me
not
click on
seen
it.
it.
And
I
then when I was
haven't.
watching NXT, or when NXT comes off, my local news station comes right on, and that was literally the first story that they mentioned.
Okay. I have not watched the news, and I don't know when because I get tired of hearing about the same shit. So a lot of my social media is curated to TikTok mess and wrestling. That is all.
Okay, that's all we be getting on our feed.
That is all I see. It's just mess. And then because me and Don be trading videos all the time, now the stuff he sees on his algorithm, I see it. It comes up in my algorithm. So it's trained by the stuff Don sees and everything that I trade when I trade videos with him. Because that's all I do with Don all day is trade.
That's how I knew she was. I had to check on her Saturday. I said, "Are you okay?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Why I've been sending you stuff since now this morning? You ain't checked it out once."
No, literally, because I remember, what was it, the other day?
That was that same day. That was the night before. No, that was the same day. I said, "Yeah, have you talked to Tiffany?" He said,
"Yeah, I've been here all day."
I haven't been. I wasn't in the chat. I wasn't on my phone. Not on Saturday. I was out. And then I got a text message from Don. He was like, "Where are you? Are you okay?"
Because normally she be like, "Y'all, I'm out today. I'm doing this with the hubs, doing this with my mom, doing this with my dad. I want my
I
sister."
usually will tell him. I do. I didn't give him no heads up.
She said something, 2 a.m.
Yeah, because I was up.
And then I sent stuff back at 9. And normally by 10, within an hour.
I get it.
But it got to about 8 o'clock at night. I was like, "Rico, have you heard from her?" He said, "No, I haven't." And it said she's active yesterday. I said, "What the hell is going on with her?" Are you okay?
He was like, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." I just did go on my Instagram. I didn't go on none of my Instagrams on Saturday.
I knew that was going to happen.
I just was not on there.
The Rascals are going to be on AEW.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Good for them.
Yeah. I hope it worked out for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Child, call me bitter, call it what you want. It's just some cases of high school sweethearts just don't work out.
You know what? That's okay.
I just feel like you just really need time to grow as a person. You just truly cannot like what you like from high school. too much stuff out here. I used to bang Zaxby's in high school. You think I want a Zaxby's now? No. Do better, y'all. Go out, venture the world. Don't get cheated on. And stop believing these men.
They was making pieces about how you shouldn't idolize people on social media and how you should focus focus on yourself and all that good shit. And I was like, okay, cool.
Oh shit. Nene back on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
She go back on Real Housewives?
Not Nene going back.
Yeah, it says confirmed. The tastiest peach is back.
Oh shit.
Real quick, hold on.
And make sure that peach is correct. So you know what it is. He did put up a post.
Money was good. She'd go back.
He then put up a post on his Instagram on the stories about how he loved her, but they had drifted apart, and he had only been with her his entire adult life, and he messed up. He hurt her. He said it wasn't intentional, and he's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life. And a lot of people was just like, "Oh, you could have kept this shitty apology," and I was just like, "Well,
it wasn't for y'all."
Devil's advocate, okay. You think about how you were when you were a teenager and if you could have sustained a relationship for well over 10 years with the same person. Should he have broke up with his wife before he cheated? I think so. He didn't have to hurt her like that, but he did, unfortunately. And that's something he's going to have to live with. To me, this was not a story. This was just internet fodder. I'm not really concerned about their marriage because it doesn't pertain to me, but it was something that was talked about on the internet as a current event. So
this is like that video, that old white lady that was like, "Oh, did you see that Sandra Bullock came out as a lesbian?"
Now wait a minute, Glenn.
What?
No, you know that video where it's like that white. It's the same white lady that Don sends in that one video that's like, "Girl, if any motherfucker ever needs to sit their stupid ass down." And it's like, because like someone is like, she's on some type of live, and it's like someone, which mind you, Sandra Bullock is not a lesbian, but she's just like, "Oh, did you see the Sandra Bullock came out as a lesbian?" It's like, no, I didn't know she came out as a lesbian, but I don't care either. She ain't trying to. She ain't gonna lick nothing over here, so.
Did she? Is that factual? She came out as gay?
No, it's not.
It's not real. But that's what his reaction to this story is. What that's given. It's like I don't care. They're not gonna do nothing over here, so.
I just don't. I mean, it's not that I don't think that you should talk about it. I mean, because people are gonna, but this is somebody's marriage, their family. I just don't think that it's worth the conversation to talk about. You don't want to hear
social media shit.
I don't like how people are. The action of cheating on his wife is the problem, right? But he's valid when he says that he hasn't been with nobody else. He wanted to explore other people. That's his personal choice. He has every right to feel that way. But at the same time, he had to be more mature about it and not operate under the guise of, "Oh, I want to have sex with another woman," and then cheat. You blow up your whole family like that. But that's his cross to bear. Simple and plain.
And you got men literally auditioning to take your role. Dead ass. Like, you look
No,
stupid.
for real. That lady is a beautiful woman. She always has been. And they are in her comments telling her, "Oh, I'll treat you like the queen." He never could. It just people are weird. Them parasocial relationships are nuts. They're nuts.
Hello, everyone.
It's getting weird.
Hey, Mark.
Man.
It's been weird.
Wait, let me do the.
So let's talk about Drewski. Drewski put out a video making a parody of the mega churches and how they are incessantly draining people of their money, using God as fodder for them to line their own pockets. He put a mirror up and they didn't like what they saw. They got very angry. Instead of them questioning what he was parodying, they attacked him and said that he was mocking God. Now, I want to make something very clear, okay? There is no church representation that is God, okay? Every single church is going to be flawed. None of them are going to represent God the way that they should because a man is running it. And they're always going to be about what they believe is of God. It's not what is God. It's what they believe is of God. Okay? So it's always going to be flawed. What Drewski did was he put a mirror up to your mega church and you don't like that shit. Because all y'all pastors is walking around in Gucci flip-flops and they got on $3,000 suits from Tom Ford. Their wives are wearing fucking Balenciaga dresses and shit, and you sitting in the crowd and can barely make rent, but they keep asking you to give to the church.
Okay, because the pastor who founded my church had a whole private plane.
We can talk about some of these pastors now. Listen, Joel Osteen makes millions of dollars a year, as does TD Jakes and them. Now, it ain't just from the church. Them motherfuckers sell books. They sell audio books. They sell prayer cloths. They sell all types of shit. And it's all under the Joel Osteen TD Jakes brand, which is how they kind of get away with making the money that they make. Okay, because it's technically not a part of the church. The pastor is an independent contractor of the church. Right? A church is governed by bylaws. Churches have constitutions, they have bylaws, and they have an active board that directs where the church is supposed to go. So you've got the head of the deacon board, the deacons, the deaconesses, you've got treasurer, secretary, all that shit is all a part of the church. The church as a collective will vote to see who is going to be installed as the pastor, and then going forward, the pastor is the head of the church. At least that's how it's supposed to work. But Drewski did a skit and he started parodying y'all, cutting up in church. I ain't gonna lie, he got y'all together and y'all mad about it. Now y'all saying he was he mocking God. And I was like, is he? Because I never knew God to be concerned with money or materialistic things. I don't know about it. Okay?
In fact, he says don't vote.
But if you don't know God, like I know God, I don't know why you would say that. That's weird.
Shit.
I thought it was hilarious because it is.
He's telling the truth.
It's a true depiction of the way that the mega churches behave. And some small churches, if we're being honest.
And if your dopey, stupid ass want to sit there and keep putting that money until they reach their quota so you can't leave, I'm not going to stop you. Go ahead.
What's interesting is that a lot of Christians or a lot of fake Christians will sit and look at something like this and immediately deem it to be blasphemous. However, we'll hear things about the deacons and the pastors in the church sleeping with children, assaulting children, molesting them. You are listening to women sleeping with the pastor in the church, sitting next to his wife, wearing the same ring that he got his wife. You hear and see all of those things, but you don't deem that to be necessary to remove people who are in office. You will punish the victims before you will even consider that this man is a danger to your community and your church.
True.
But you're concerned about a comedian putting on a skit about churches. Now, if he was on some real shit, he could double down and start telling y'all business for real, for real. I would. I'd be like, then how you like that? Because there's rumors out there that TDJ's daughter done stole some lady's baby. He tricked her out of her baby so she could have a baby because she couldn't get pregnant. It's rumors out there that TD Jakes is gay and has been sleeping with men in his church, coercing them to sleep with him, paying them money to be quiet. It is rumors that Joel Osteen has been stealing money, been embezzling money from his church. And not only that, it helped the community when that church, when they had that massive flood and his church was closed while everybody in the community surrounding the church had to go seek asylum in another state. While he was gone, he wasn't even in the state. He was already out of state with his family. They were safe. I could go on. Pastor John Gray, he done been caught cheating on his wife 3 times. And every time he cheats on his wife, he gives her a brand new Lamborghini. He also got his last mistress pregnant. And I believe she carried that baby the full term they had it. And he's still with his wife.
Sheesh.
Not to mention the pastor of my church.
Oh, please.
The what?
The white pastors be the ones who be getting in trouble a
Pastor
lot.
at his church. I heard him.
The church that I grew up in, Robert Morris.
You said the what?
No, okay, I still heard him though.
Okay, choose your words wisely.
Shut up.
At your big age.
Shut up, Don.
Should have said, what do you mean at pastor church?
Oh, God.
Rico's pastor of his church has been in trouble for a lot of things, as he should be.
I gotta find the shirt.
Pastor Robert Morris of Gateway Church. I grew up on the South Lake campus. I actually met him multiple times.
This shirt?
I'm sorry. You actually met him? What do you mean?
Yeah, it was like a small community. I've met him. He prophesied over my family multiple times because he usually held Sunday service.
Well, you say that like you didn't interact with him every Sunday. You never talked to him or like.
I maybe spoke like a few words to him outside of like, hello, hi, how are you doing? But he, there were multiple times where we interacted.
Huh.
It's not bad.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the way you're saying it, buddy, is not really coming off well.
No, because it just sounds. It just like I don't know. I guess because I'm not used to that. Because I grew up in the Baptist church, and I didn't go to a mega church, but I've been to a large church before.
I was in a small church. My grandma, she knew the pastors, Apostle Turner.
Yeah, the pastor.
Pastor Lathan, yeah.
Right, like, and the pastor knew us. Like, the pastor talked to my parents. Most of the pastors that I've known knew my parents, knew us. They talked to us.
Oh, that's not how.
And then when we leave church, like, the pastor would be at the door, like,
But then it's like,
do y'all not know like the spectacle that they made?
But so I have a very unique perspective because I've been around all 3 of those types. So the church that I was born into and grew up with, I don't even think it's open anymore. Actually, I'm curious. Next time I'm home, I'm gonna drive by there. Like super small church. When I mean like a small church, like it was basically like, I don't want to say a shed. Yeah. No, it wasn't a storefront. It was smack dab in the middle of a neighborhood. It used to be a house. It was just like a super, super small house. We had did we even have a basement? I don't even think we had a basement. We had like a very small like pulpit and stuff, like where the pastors, like you could almost reach behind, like to like the altar thing or whatever, if you were sitting in the front row. There was maybe like 5 or 6 rows in this place. That's how small it was.
Oh yeah, like a schoolhouse type
Yeah,
church.
like it was, yes, it
Old
was like a
school.
schoolhouse. It was small. So
I
like
want
that's
to.
what I grew up in. And then my grandfather went to another church, was funnily enough legitimately around the corner from this church, and that was like the bigger church, but wasn't like a mega church. I want to say it had like maybe like 70 something members, 80 something members, like a decent sized church.
Okay.
So and then so those were like the two churches that I was like always like ingrained upon. And then I would go to my brother and sisters their mom's church every once in a while, and that was a very similar to my grandma's church, but it was like an actual church. And it had like no fucking AC in there. It was hot as fuck in there all the time.
Always
It
hot.
was, yeah, it was just
Always.
always hot. Everything was just old. Like literally everything was old. The fans were old, the pews were old, the carpet,
Mm-hmm.
everything in there was fucking old. And
You could
then
smell it. That's how old it was.
and then when I went to high school, my best friend, Jessica, well, one of my best friends, Jessica's, I started going with her to her church. She went to a mega church.
Yeah.
Because her pastor, her mom was really good friends with her pastor, because her pastor, he like he was a mega church pastor, but he like had like a real job though, because that's how they were rich. So he was
Mm.
rich from whatever like job that he had, but then this obviously made him richer because he's a big, because he just became, he was on top of that. The church was already there. He didn't like build a church or anything, but he like took
Mm-hmm.
over and it like blew up. So this is like what I mean, like a huge church, like huge. It was like literally a campus almost, it felt
That's how
like
mine
there
was.
was like multiple
We had multiple
buildings,
campuses actually.
freaking, for I was in youth group, and what I loved it because we low key didn't even go to church half the time. Like we would just be down in a youth group room like chilling. We had TVs down there. We had games. We had like Rock Band. We had PS
Yeah.
whatever. We had an Xbox.
We
Like
had
dead
arcade
ass.
machines.
Yes, we had a pinball machine. We had like a popcorn machine down there. We had like a small kitchen. I used to take fucking naps in the back in the quiet room.
Not the
And
quiet room.
yeah, I don't even know. It was just like some random ass room that was like super empty, only had like a cot and like some beanbag chairs or something. Like you would just like sleep. That's where you would like go sleep at. Um, but it was just like insane. It was just insane. They had like 3 different services because there were so many fucking people,
Yeah.
and it got more mega churchy as like the day went on. So like the first
Yeah.
service was like the super traditional, like super traditional. He would have like the traditional robe thing on, like very like stilted music, like they were in the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the other services, that's when they would make it room to the auditorium. And that's when you would get mega churchy because there's the band and then he's on the screen and it's
Yeah.
relaxed. Everyone's like in jeans and
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh.
And they have all the instruments and
That's
like a
kind of how like
whole.
Yes.
I went to my high school
I
years.
love that church
It wasn't
though. I'm
like
not gonna
mega
lie. I
churchy. It was just
fucking
a lot of
loved it.
people there,
And
and he.
I loved it mostly because everybody was fucking rich. Everybody who went there was rich.
Mm.
Like they're
Oh,
just loaded because it was in Pepper Pike.
Oh well, Pepper Pike is a rich city.
Yeah.
It's a suburb.
So
Pepper
so yeah.
Pike.
people came
So
every.
this is yeah. So the church is in Pepper Pike.
That's
Um,
too
but
bad.
I used to love it, and they used to like give us like fucking gift cards all the time and stuff. And we would literally leave, and like the ones who like the older like the ones who had cars, we would like go to Chipotle. Mind you, we were supposed to be at church helping and doing stuff. Did nothing. I just was walking around. I was like such a person. I was a personality hire. Like I would just walk around and just like obviously I wasn't working, but I was like a person because I wasn't like my family wasn't there because I just went there as like Jessica's best friend, but everyone was like, I love her. And it's like she is just so fun and so helpful. Yada yada yada.
Her?
Let me
said, just give me the gift card.
Just
give me the gift card.
Yeah, I would like help. I would help do some random shit just so I could get out of stuff and people could give me shit or like have me over or get nice stuff. I got some fucking lady there got me a Louis Vuitton bag for Christmas one year.
Period.
The fuck?
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me show y'all how big my church was. Hold on.
All I did was sleep in church.
Photos. We know.
I can see it
We
because you
know.
fall asleep
We
when
can
we
tell.
be on the phone. So yes, I
Because I didn't hear
understand.
that stuff. I'm gonna be
What stuff, Launch?
He don't know what it is because he was asleep here. He don't know.
I feel like you have a conception about you.
The pastor said, "Let us pray." I prayed to sleep. That's what I did.
That's for another day.
Well, it is another conversation for another day.
Okay.
Right.
We don't got time to get into this.
That. Oh, just that.
What'd you just say?
We need a whole weekend to digest that.
Oh God.
Yeah, we gotta break you down, Marge. Sometimes these walls you be holding up, it just be you in your head.
For a church?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
What? I mean, you've never really paid attention in church.
It wasn't school.
I haven't been in church in years.
Sometimes the faith be moving through me.
I haven't been.
When they get on their pedestal about homosexuality, that's when you lose me.
Why are you gay?
You're
gay. Steve. Shut up.
We can't
because you're still talking about men leading, and then there's nothing in science that proves that males lead. So please miss me with that. But I digress.
Wait till they find out about the male menopause.
They don't even think that men go through menstrual cycles. They really do. Not as worse as y'all. Don't get me wrong.
I want to see it.
When men be down, please. They be going
I
through
need
it.
to see it.
Same here. I don't want to talk today. What's wrong with you? Nothing. I just don't want to talk.
I mean, the smaller church live stream the services too. My dad's church, they live stream their services to Facebook. My grandma's church does it, but they're not like a mega church. They're smaller. We only have one mega church here, and it's called the Word Church. And I ain't never set foot in that place because I don't like the pastor, so I'm not going in there.
Down here, you probably throw a rock and find a mega church.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I remember we came down here and we had
shit.
Church. It was it was one of them old churches, like the organ was up the wall churches. I said, Mom, what are we doing here? So I was trying to find the lower. This ain't it. This is too old. We are in the cathedral.
Not a cathedral.
Wow.
It's not young. Since everybody
You
in
can
here
buy
is
the sermon you missed on DVDs and on their website. I feel like a lot of churches do that.
I mean,
a lot of churches do it now. Like even smaller churches.
My grandma's church. Oh my God. Oh, this is
do that. And they're small. They're like a house building kind of church.
I literally just got triggered. So my church that my grandma used to go to. So he used to record his sermons on tape, on cassette tape.
Yeah.
And we would have to, so it was cassette tape. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It was cassette tape, and we would have to put it in for her. She would like lose her shit when she wouldn't be able to go to fucking church, and we would have to put that on. She'd be blasting and freaking out, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like smoking her cigarettes, and I'm like, lady, relax, and like crashing out.
Okay. I'm getting such flash looking at these photos. Jesus.
Y'all had some interesting grandmas.
Child.
My grandma hated me.
My grandma only loved the word nigga. Nigga this, nigga that.
Yeah, mine did too.
Nigga.
Nigga, go flush the toilet.
When you niggas gonna go home?
Child. My grandma always said, "You need to get these niggas." I said, "Me? I didn't do anything."
Mm-hmm.
My sister flooded the damn toilet.
Oh my god, my grandma used to be so mean to me.
I hate that for you.
We thought she was mean, but she's a nice lady.
Oh please, you be quiet.
Mine was not.
Shut up.
She was not nice.
That lady was mean. I don't know.
Not me trauma dumping.
Tiffany heard this morning.
He said not her trauma dumping. Oh no.
These are my nigga grandchildren. I'm like, oh god.
Oh
what?
It's so weird hearing Maj say that.
That's what she was saying. She's like these little niggas here. I'm like, oh god.
Maj just say nigga here and there. You gotta have him fucked up for him to say nigga.
Listen, my grandmother's from the South. She's from Alabama.
She was using an ER because my grandfather was from Alabama. He used to use the hard ER.
Oh, hell no.
What the hell is
yes. But he would say it like he would say you would say the other word. But sort of not really at the same time. It was a lot. I was like, but I was like, you dealt with a different type of racism, so I'm not going to tell you how to talk.
She was funny. You couldn't take it to the doctor for me though. She would say random shit. I was like, oh god.
All right, we got one more story after this. So this is Peach McIntyre, and the girl on the right is Big Boss Vet. Big Boss Vet just overcame cancer. She's been gone for quite some time because she had been battling cancer. And they showed the video of her finally being able to ring the bell and announce that she was cancer free. So we love that for Big Boss Vet, right? Well, Peach McIntyre is the girl on the left, and Peach was on live talking to her followers or whatever, having a conversation. It seemed like it was a normal live for her. And then a commenter came in and said, hey, do you mind if I ask you a question? And Peach said, okay. And she said, well, I'm going through cancer and I'm battling cancer and I really could use your help. If you could help me out with anything, it would be great. And Peach basically cussed her out. She told you, I'm not giving you a motherfucking thing. I don't care about you going through cancer. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Just literally dumped on that lady. And she been getting drugged through the mud by every other influencer and content creator online because she was cruel to the lady. And everybody was trying to understand like what the issue was. Like if you couldn't help her, you could have directed her on where she could go, how she could set up a GoFundMe if she needed it. Like just give her some positive encouragement. No, Peaches decided to be a whole bitch and just tell her, I don't give a fuck about you. If you die from cancer, oh well. It was
it's not oh well.
It was very disgusting. But what I said is like, which you chose to read that comment. You could have read that to yourself and decided to not see it.
This is true. It was not a purposeful comment. She did that on purpose for rage baiting and for people to talk about her, which is what we're doing. But people brought up Big Boss Vet because Big Boss Vet just fought cancer and they decided to tell the young lady to, use Big Boss Vet as your encouragement to move forward and, continue to fight cancer. So, yeah, we got people being pretty disgusted online when it comes to cancer. And then the last story, it's about fat phobia. I'm gonna play y'all a video. I want y'all to see what I saw on social media a few weeks ago. I think I got the right video. Hold tight.
Hi, excuse me. Where's her plus sizes? Yeah, plus sizes. Oh, you don't know.
What do they have them right here by the
Okay. I'll go tab.
I asked them where the plus sizes are, and she brought me this, and she said this is the biggest size they have. Can you believe that this is a 4X? Like, this is not plus size. My little sister can fit in this. It's 2026. Like, you companies need to do better. Like, this is discrimination, and I'm just tired of it.
Hell no, this didn't fit. No, and I also measured the doors, and I just want to say that they are absolutely way too small.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't meet the regulations of actual plus size women. So if you guys can talk to the manager about that, I'd be happy.
You can talk the manager in the front.
Okay, thank you.
They didn't give me a ticket out in LA. Look at this meter. Look what it says. Sometimes I diet. Oh, okay. Y'all fat phobic, huh? They are fat phobic out here, just so y'all know. Fat phobic might as well just be homophobic, bitch.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
The bitch been lame since the late 2010s since she stole her best friend, which is her now girlfriend from that man. Disguising herself in the videos. Oh, I'm just playing. It's just a skit. You wanted that girl from the get. Weirdo ass.
They together now. She weird. They done got engaged, but they ain't got married. I think they've been engaged now for like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
It ain't never a good sign when you engaged and don't get married. So whatever. She was getting a lot of backlash for that because she was picking at another content creator. Her name is Samira. Samira is a plus size advocate. And for some people, Samira can be a bit annoying because she's not shutting up about wanting equal treatment. And she makes her demands very clear about what she expects, what she wants, and when she doesn't get it, she will voice her frustration. I will let y'all see for yourselves.
The big girl's gonna be mad tomorrow, watch. That's what I've been doing all day, child. I need y'all to go crazy.
Black women are so sensitive, especially big black women in this day and age. Like whenever you make a joke, that joke is at the expense of somebody. You just gotta have the sense of humor to take it or not. My point was like, it's a character. I played a character in my last video. It was one action. But the big girls, because of the insecurity of a lot of big women being big, that's what they was like, well, shit. Because you made fun of big jokes, even though a lot of us don't even like the girl that you're coming for, because a lot of people said that too. It was like, oh, well, we don't rock with her, but the fact that you made fun of big girls, I'm like, what? That's how you know, like, we as black women don't always have to be, like, not all of us, but it's just like, y'all be ready to rally up about the wrong things. You know.
So the girl putting on her makeup is Samira, and that's who Easy was making fun of in the previous video. Okay. And you hear Easy trying to defend herself on multiple videos and lives because she's been getting attacked by not just bigger women, by all women, black, white, Latina. I was on TikTok for 5 minutes and they were going at her neck. The consensus is what Donna said, is that Easy's been pretty lame for a long time and she has to continue to up the game by attacking, or as she calls it, parroting certain content creators. She claimed that she modeled her character after Respucia, but that's not true. She modeled it after Samira. Samira was her target, which Samira has been a target for a lot of people as of lately. They claim they don't like the woman because they don't like the fact that she's arrogant. They call her arrogant because she wants people to be educated about fat phobia and how it's widespread and how it's deeper than what people believe, with it just being an aesthetic thing. I don't have time to sit and argue with a person about something that I have to go through on a regular basis, so I refuse to explain anything to you. What I find to be weird is that people always take fat phobia and make it into a non-existent thing, when going to the gym can be difficult for somebody like me, not simply because of it physically, but because people who are gym rats expect you not to be at the gym when the gym is a place where I should be. I go to the gym and you tell me, oh, you're staring at me because I'm on the treadmill or because I'm using a particular machine. Am not supposed to be here according to how you treat me. I can't go out in public because you act as if looking at me is disturbing for you. So I'm supposed to lose weight, right? To be more pleasing to your eye. That's the idea. But you won't allow me to do that if I can't leave out of my house or go to the gym. And then on top of that, I still have to be able to put on clothes to be decent. And I am not able to do that because the clothes being sold are not made for me. So essentially, I'm damned if I do, and then I'm damned if I don't. Those very same people are telling you, get in the gym, you need to eat less. The reason why you're fat is because you don't have a calorie deficit. It gets very exhausting.
It's not that simple though. Like it's not that simple. It's easy to gain weight, but harder to lose it. That's what I always say.
Yeah, to hear other people tell it that's not the case. You're lazy.
They don't know
eating too much.
Excuse my French. They don't know shit about like weight. Like they don't know shit about it. Like you can, for all the people who believe, for someone who goes to the gym, all the people who believe that just go to the gym, lift heavy, you'll lose weight. No, bitch, it doesn't work like that. You need to do cardio. You need to do different things. You got to mix up your workouts. You stick to the same workout every day. Your body is going to get used to it. You got to mix it up, and you got to work. You got to work out and work out to failure. Like you got to do like, let's say for example, you got to do you're doing squats. You need to keep doing squats until you get to your last point. You can't even lift no more. Like that's how you like gaining and stuff. And plus, you need to sleep to gain in order for your muscles to rebuild. And we're losing weight. You just gotta monitor what you eat. Like keep a chart or get like one of those what's it called? Not weight machines. Fuck, I can't think of the name, but you could like measure your food.
You talk about a scale?
Yes, that. Thank you. I forgot. I couldn't think of it. Food scale. I cannot think of it. Thank you.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, what are we talking about?
I couldn't think of it.
It was giving me anxiety.
Wow.
Okay. I am going to tell you that also does not work for everyone. Will it work for most people, majority of society? Yes. Plant-based black man said the same thing. Calorie deficit and cardio equals simple math. Sure, for somebody who doesn't have any other health problems like an underactive thyroid or if they have high blood pressure or they have issues with doing cardio because they simply cannot run due to knee issues, joint pain, or they're simply just too heavy to do so. There are other factors that come into play when you're talking about losing weight. So for people who don't have to deal with that weight, it is unfair for you to judge those who do. Oftentimes what you get is, well, you put yourself there, so you're going to have to work to get yourself out. I did not ask to be born in the body that I was born in, number one. Number two, I also have an underactive thyroid. The thyroid regulates everything. If my thyroid is off, it's going to be next to impossible for me to lose weight, which is part of the problem. Simple as that. I didn't say that it wasn't what you said wasn't true. I said that everybody is not going to be able to exhibit the same weight loss plan to lose the same amount of weight or to lose weight at all, because there are other contributing factors that come in. Some things are biological. Others are physical. It would depend on the person and what they would need, which is why when you deal with people who are overweight, an assessment of them personally is what you should be focusing on, and not a generalized statement like this or like this, because those things will work for you because you know what you need, and you've probably been to the doctor. You don't have any other ailing things happening to you, so you don't have to worry about any biological contributing factors. You only have to worry about what you need to do physically and how you need to eat. Because I can eat the same amount of food that you eat every single day, whether it be less or more, and I still would not lose the weight because of biological factors, not because I'm lazy or because I have bad knees or because I just don't want to do it. It is something that is stopping it from happening. Something that's out of my control.
Yeah, my mom started working out for a whole year because her ankle was messed up, and she would go like, she'll walk around like rain, so hot, warm, whatever. She would go walking. She stopped for a whole year because her ankle was on fire. Can't get on elliptical because her ankle was still hurt. Can't do water exercise because her ankle was still hurt. So we really didn't ask you for help, fitness guru. Thank you.
He can put it in the comments if he wants to, but I'm just saying that this is the mindset that you have. And I'm not saying that you're entirely wrong, but I'm saying when you generalize the statement for the entire world, everybody has to have a caloric deficit and cardio, and that's how you lose weight. Don's right. So is Marquise, by the way. He says you plateau when you exercise and do a particular exercise all the time. That's true. So if you're in the gym, you have a caloric deficit and you're just doing cardio all the time, that cardio is going to stop making you lose weight. You're just going to maintain it. You're not going to lose anything. If anything, you may gain muscle, which will cause you to look like you gained weight.
Because muscle weighs more than fat.
Hello, thank you. So all I'm saying is maybe, just maybe, you think about what you're typing or what you're saying when it regards to other bodies that don't belong to you, because that's where the judgment comes in. That's where the fat phobia comes in. This ain't a conversation of whether or not what you're saying is true. Does it apply? It doesn't always apply to everybody.
What?
It just doesn't.
Lord. Not Powerhouse Hobbs might go to WWE.
Oh, you just now saw that?
Oh Lord. Well, it's like more confirmed now. His contract expires tonight. It's expired by now.
Okay.
I actually went ahead, when I was going to college briefly in South Carolina, I wrote a research paper in my communications class, specifically because I was getting pissed at all these fitness influencers selling diet plans, and I'm like, they're not even licensed dietitians, they don't have any certifications, any qualifications, and a lot of gym culture is basically just men experiencing eating disorders, but no one clocks it because they look healthy, and how that bias is also very prevalent in the medical industry, and how people with bigger bodies are discriminated against in the medical industry because first thing a doctor is going to tell you is you need to lose weight before they look at any other problem. We have seen time and time again where problems go misdiagnosed because they don't look at anything other than, well, you're fat, so you need to lose weight. When there's plenty of people who look, because I remember people kept blaming the vaccine for all these very healthy, fit people dying of heart attacks. And I was like, no, it's because they're not nourishing their bodies, and they're so focused on getting this low, body fat percentage. But I'm like, but if your body doesn't have fat to burn, it's going to start eating away at your muscles, and your heart, your lungs, all that stuff is made out of muscular tissue. And so it's going to start eating away at that, and then it gets weaker. And if you're doing these high intensity workouts, but you're not supplementing and nourishing your body, that's how you end up with a heart attack at 30. And that's how you die.
I never denied anything that you said. I said that what you're saying is true when it comes to certain individuals. it can't be applied to everybody because everybody is not going to have results that are going to be able to work for them. I'm saying that this is the decent plan for most people. That's what I'm saying. I never deny what you were saying were true. So you putting your credentials in here, it just solidifies what I thought, which is fine. I have no issues with that. And I'm not arguing that you're entirely wrong. I'm saying when it comes to individuals, the broad stroke is what you're saying, and that always does not work for everyone. Me in particular.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
60% of my clients used to be obese, overweight, obese Black women. Once they control their diet with brisk walking intervals, the weight method melted off of them. I'm glad that that worked for them.
And you don't have 100% success rate, which would lead to her saying everybody's body is not the same.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying that at all.
There's two intellect nuance.
I understand exactly what you're saying because what you're saying is true. As long as you watch what you eat, you exercise regularly, and you drink enough water, and you eat those sugary fat foods in moderation or not at all, you can lose weight. It is possible. I am saying that everybody who is fat is not lazy, and everybody who is fat is not trying. But there are biological factors that are preventing things from happening the way that they should. And I think that there should be more understanding rather than judgment, is what I'm saying.
Because we're
judged. I think that is something that all of us can agree on.
Agreed.
Especially in the gay community, child.
The gay community?
You can't be over 175.
You said what?
Okay.
175.
You can't be over 175. Are you okay? Can you hear today?
Yes, I heard you. Okay.
Okay, you can't be over.
No, I'm 175.
140.
You have to wait.
Oh, it looks like you fit the weight limit,
You have to
According to my doctor, she said I'm obese. I was like, bitch, what?
No, by the standards set by your community, not by the doctor's standards.
No, go to the doctor. She's like, oh, you're obese. I'm like, bitch, are you fucking for real?
It's probably because just your body mass index and your height.
My height.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They go based off blood.
Yeah, the community is crazy. Somebody had told me
and
I
the BMI is outdated.
I can be in the gym for 2 hours.
What you said, Nicole?
The person in my discourse who's I don't know, I forgot who that person gets their tea from, but it's usually pretty accurate. And then she was just like, FYI, she's like, there's probably going to be a couple more people from AEW that's going to show up in WWE. And someone was like, who? And they're like, Britt Baker is going to be one.
Oh,
no.
And they're like, be mad about
it
it now. They're like, Britt Baker. I was like, it's most likely. They're like, it's not completely set in stone, but I said it's probably going to happen. And then they said private party.
Nicole, is it true that the Rascals going to AEW?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I knew they were going to AEW as soon as I read that they didn't re-sign with TNA. I knew. I was like, oh, they're going to AEW. As soon as they didn't sign,
like,
which I'm happy for them. It's good, especially all four. It's all four of them.
Yeah, all of them.
All four of them.
Byron,
that's going to be the only place that has enough room for. If they didn't stay at TNA, that's the only place that would have room for them.
Right.
That's all it happens.
Like, I'll be watching y'all on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights.
That's a damn shame.
So I'm happy for them. That's the place that they should be at, especially with having the Rascals as a 4. I would say if it was the 3 of them, I would have been like, I would have wanted them back at WWE, but 4 they should be at AEW.
Okay.
Because they could be the trios champ, and then someone can hold a individual belt.
Yeah.
Oh, Trey Miguel can meet his doppelganger. Ricochet.
It's gonna be Trey.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's AEW has room enough for them. That's
They
too
do.
much at WWE. They don't know what to do when you got more than 3 people in the faction.
And their tag team division
They're
is
gonna,
up.
they gonna break them up. That's what's gonna happen to WWE. They're gonna break them up completely.
Their tag team division is terrible. And I don't know what it is, but Triple H acts like it doesn't matter, and it's
which is crazy because what was he a
Because it's
part
all
of?
about the story.
They hate tag teams.
Yeah, but you could create one. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
They hate them so much. I don't know why.
The same thing he was saying about his friends.
Apparently Anna Jay is 50-50 as well.
As long as they keep Conti where
Which
she's
I
at.
wouldn't honestly, if I was her, I would go A, she's young. B, even though I don't like Ty Conti, they did low key play in those girls' faces for this women's tag shit.
I don't like Tay Conti.
I don't like Tay Conti, but they did play in their faces because they were the first like actual tag team, women's wise, and they played them in this tournament.
It made more sense to give the titles to Willow or to them.
I'm not saying they should have necessarily gotten the titles, but they should have got way farther than they did.
They didn't get that far in the tournament.
They got knocked out in the first round. Like it was literally like the first match, first round.
I really thought Mercedes and Athena was gonna go all the way to the finals.
I don't know why.
I thought they was.
Mercedes is on a loser streak.
I knew they weren't. They were there just to be there. But I felt salty. And you hadn't seen either of them girls. Well, I think I've seen Tay Conti kind of like once since then, but I haven't seen Anna Jay on TV since then.
I don't know, girl.
Because if that was me, my ass would not be showing up. You about to play in my face? Yeah, she fucking stunk to high heavens when she first got there. Half the roster stunk to high heavens when they first got to AEW. It was a brand new company, but she finally figured out how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Right.
Instagram. Okay, you cleaned up.
Because that bitch was stinky. She had a worst gimmick. Oh, I need to find a video. I used to clown that girl.
Clown is a nice word to say. I'll say you did a lot worse than clowner.
Yeah,
You used to go in.
I hated that. She couldn't fucking wrestle. I hated that outfit. It looked so cheap. And I was like, what are you doing? I said, are you a magician? Are you a fucking like circus thing? I'm like, are you Zatanna? Like, what the fuck are we doing, bitch? Like, that made me so mad.
Not Zatanna.
Yeah, she had a lot going
on.
Not
a magician, please.
Because that's how she came out.
Lord.
She would come out with stop it. She would come out with that stupid top hat, that thing, like that collar thing, the tail coat. Oh my god! And she would have a cane, and then the shit would be bedazzled on her butt. Oh my god! You used to piss me off. Let me go find a picture.
That was her gimmick. Her gimmick was asking, "Are you crazy?"
That was
Didn't she used to say that if the person kicked out of a pen all the time? She would say that shit.
No,
I didn't watch the bitch,
she
so
never
I didn't
said
know.
that.
When she said it a few times in NXT, every time somebody would kick out of something she did, she would say, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "Girl, what?"
But that was
Who are you
because she
talking
did
about?
explain that. That's
Tay Conti. They said it was Tay Conti.
I never paid attention to that lady.
Because she used to say that.
Either. I don't know what you're talking about.
See, look,
I know what they're
somebody
talking
said
about.
it.
She
Yeah,
referenced
that was in
it.
WWE.
She did it. She referenced it in an interview where basically they were like pushing the NXT, like the homegrown talent, to like develop like a catchphrase or something similar on that they would say during the matches. And the "Are you crazy?" shtick is the only thing that stuck. And then when they went to TV, she had to change it because for some reason, I think they were on NXT was on USA when they first got the TV deal, right?
What the
Yes.
NXT?
Yeah, when
No,
I
I'm
they
say
about to
were
send.
on
I'm about to
Peacock.
send a group chat. But this picture, oh my god, this just pissed me off looking at it.
I thought NXT aired on like the network. When they used to have that network.
I'm
It
saying
did
when they
air
went
on
to
network first, but he said
TV,
their
Oh, okay,
TV
okay,
deal.
okay.
the network
It
was
was
not
on USA
paying.
Network. It was.
Yeah, and they said apparently that crazy was not a word that they wanted her to use on TV. So they made her change
Whatever.
it.
I
Wow.
don't care. I don't care. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. Got it.
She looked like that girl from Cheetah Girls too. Marisol. Marisol, Marisol.
Well, that's it. That's all. This is all we got.
Oh
In
my god,
conclusion,
all these pictures are
life is
coming up at Anna
crazy.
J. And these are pissing me off.
Oh my god.
And y'all, I'm happy to report that despite ice being on the roads, they did not catch me slipping. Okay? They
I
didn't
wish you
get
would
me.
stop talking about it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Like,
Roads up here are really bad. Like it took me my ride home
My
from
black
work
eyes
is
are
usually
cold.
like
I'm mad.
10 or 12 minutes. It took me over 30 minutes to get home.
Mm.
Oh my god, that's a double head.
It rained and then it started sleeting and then it snowed. So everything came at once and they haven't had a chance to put the salt down.
It was just wild because I looked out because I have the cameras up in my office. We don't have windows. So I had the cameras up and when it first started snowing, I just saw it to click through. I was like, "Oh, it's starting to snow." And then I hadn't been out or looked at outside and since then. And then when I was literally walking out, I was like, bye. They're like, oh, make sure you drive safe. I'm like, okay. So I was like, it's only snow. I go out, it's completely white outside. You can barely see. It's super windy. And I was like, oh, fuck me. I was like, I'm not down for this.
Don't miss those conditions.
okay.
You
Because the fact that
definitely
it was warm on Christmas, we in hell.
Oh,
it was cold here for Christmas.
I'm
And we
telling you,
had
in
snow.
Tennessee,
warm here was
it
like
was
60 here.
it was in like the mid 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's been raining like crazy. All them data centers for AI sending all that water into the atmosphere. It's been raining like crazy over this past summer.
Oh, it was a dry summer spot.
I remember it was like every other week, either once every other week or once every 2 weeks. It was raining for a few days, constant.
Well, the thing is about here, this weather is funny. It'll rain.
District Eagle.
The sun will come right out like it didn't rain.
10 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's crazy.
What?
Literally like bipolar as hell. Like it will be storming all day, and then the sun will come out like, hey,
How y'all doing?
Wow.
I'm like, please go back in that cloud that you just came from.
When I lived in South Carolina, I do remember when it would rain and the sun was still out. That was crazy.
But this was one of the hottest summers. It was like 102 degrees one time, and this girl,
it was crazy.
She was driving the van. She said, "You not hot?" I said, "Girl, I'm burning the fuck up." I just didn't want to say.
You passed out that one day.
You did what?
You passed out?
No, I was talking about you when you was at the door.
Oh no, that wasn't that day. That's when I was on my way home, and that Uber driver was stank. When I got out the car, I finally had a fresh air, and I didn't make it.
That is the day he passed out at the door. That is because he sent us the videos.
That was scary. I was like, oh my god.
Please.
It's the fact that you hear in the videos like, Lamar, are you okay? No.
No. He was like, no.
You need some help. Yes, please. Like I literally could. I just shut down, and I felt it. And I said, "Oh, let me make it in the house." I got to the keypad and I just started
Shit, my mom better hope her fucking flight ain't delayed.
With the snow that's coming down, it could be, Nicole.
She's
You might
supposed
want
to
to
fly
call her.
to, where's her ass going to? Punta Cana or whatever.
You want to call her? Maybe you should call her and check on her.
No, she's all right. She'll figure that out.
Oh my god.
But yeah, child,
She ain't even really got to organize. Like my stepmom got all the, not my stepmom, my godmom got all the information.
And what about Freestyle
I'm the
Mom?
one.
You
I
lied
had to
to her.
fucking. I'm the one who had to pre-book her Uber.
Lord Jesus.
Hey, you should have texted yourself the information.
I've been having to say that to the people on the job. I'm like, y'all will be fine. Relax.
All right. So we're going to do what we always do. It's time to end the show with SBC chat.
And that's where I go.
Nicole does not like SBC chat. She said it's too much for her. So she bows out.
Bye-bye.
She just bounces.
Bye-bye. Sometimes Marjorie falls asleep.
Do anybody got some messages?
If y'all hear anything, it's because Marjorie fell asleep.
Oh, I'm not tired. I fell asleep at work already, so I'm good.
Oh my god.
We finna see, child. We finna see.
Okay.
He falls asleep every time. Sometimes Don falls asleep, but if I know that he's super high, then I don't really, it doesn't bother me because I know it's coming.
After question one, we might hear some snores.
Yes. You just have to let me know it's coming.
I can't help it.
Okay, you be snoring up a storm.
All right, Don is pretty good about giving me the heads up. He'd be like, to me, listen, so, I'm hard today. Okay. I know when you're going to go to sleep.
Maj don't give us no type of heads up.
No heads up. He just falls asleep.
To himself. I'm still here.
And no, you're not. You're asleep.
And then he'd be mad at us for calling it out.
Because
I be hearing your voices in my dreams. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Because you be sleep on Monday.
I be know what be going on. They be talking. I be like, yes. I'm here.
We say Don's name, he wakes up immediately.
Immediately.
I'm a light sleeper.
We say Maj's name, he don't wake up at all.
Like Maj, and he in there just.
He's snoring. He's going off. I'm like, I'll just mute him. He'll leave out eventually.
Fucking Mike.
I'm a tired person. I work a lot. Okay.
No, Tony, trust if anybody know, I know.
We're just gonna nickname Marcus the Honk Shoe.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
You deal with adults. You deal with adults having kids. I deal with kids. So I definitely understand.
All right. Question number 1. I knew things were getting out of hand when I broke into his car and hid in his trunk overnight. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You did want to get out of here and you had that thought process?
Could you breathe?
He's not my boyfriend.
Oh.
But he's the closest thing to a man that I have. We've been intimate several times over the past few months, but then he disappears, stops responding to my texts, etc. I asked him straight up, where are you when you're not here? Him, do you think you have the right to ask me that? That's a fair question. I'm sorry. That's a fair question. That response was over the top. That response was over the top mean, so I didn't respond. The last time he spent the night, I copied his key fob, put in my work iPhone in his car on silent to track him, found his location, and let myself into his trunk. So while I was in the trunk, I heard him planning to backdoor his friend. Also, 2 women called and he picked one up. She gave him top while he was driving. I texted him from the trunk and I heard him make pleasurable sounds. It's this crazy bitch again. After several hours of riding around and peeing on myself in his trunk, I was finally able to slip out, but onlookers saw me, and I'm sure they told him because he called me to the back. He called me back to back, but I didn't answer. He sent the text. This your phone in my car? I really don't know what to do at this point. He called me crazy. He also has my work phone and cheats on me, but I miss him. Advice.
Next time you do some stupid shit, don't take both of your phones, dumb. Are you dumb? Why would you take your work phone with you? And he don't cheat on you. That's not your name.
Yeah, he together. Like, what the fuck?
Go see a therapist and go figure out what your daddy issue is. That's your advice.
He asked a valid question. Do you have the right to ask him that? And you don't. You don't have the right to question him in any way, shape, or form.
That's
so
why
this whole scenario is redundant as hell.
And I hate how he's getting so offended at valid questions.
Like, he's not wrong in this scenario. I'm sorry, he might be a piece of shit, but he's not.
He's not even with you.
He didn't do anything. Like, you're not his woman.
He's stringing you along.
He's telling you exactly what he is to you, and you keep acting like he's like what he's saying isn't true. And it's just like you put yourself in this position. So you can't be mad and you peeing in his trunk and in his trunk, you hiding your phone in his car. You copied his key fob. First of all, I would have your ass arrested. You would be arrested. And you heard what he said about you when you're not around.
Just
The
crazy.
nigga think you crazy. He think you crazy.
You know what? Let me reach out to that coworker from Drake and be like, Hilton, do you ghostwrite on the 6 project?
Shut up.
I'm like, is this you talking about your man that's not your man that don't want you, but you just obsessed with this you?
I thought I was sleep texting for a second when she was texting. I said, no, this ain't me.
Question number 2. I'm lucky to travel in circles with some of the world's most successful NBA players. Great. I've dated 2 married ones, and I finally nabbed a single one, and I went all out to please him. I even brought a friend along to blow his mind on his birthday. I asked him if it's time we pop out as a couple. He was disgusted by the suggestion. Nah, you like a rite of passage. Once the big dog had you, the pup turned. But I ain't taking you out the kennel. Oh my God. I'm in my late 30s and I'm trying to find a baller husband before it's too late. One of them burned my reputation. What to do now? Do with the rest of the whole.
Bitch, you burned your reputation.
Dry snitch on them niggas. Like I don't know what else.
I know you was a pass around bitch.
Like you slept with all of them, and now you want to get married, and they don't.
Like you said, you didn't say how many you were with. You just said you dated 2 married ones.
He dated 2 married ones,
and you said you
but
were.
He's saying it like, hold on. He says, nah, you like a rite of passage. Once the big dog had you, the pups wanted to return. But I ain't taking you out the kennel.
What? You're a whore in her late 30s. That's what that is. What do you do?
Rico, are you cooking something? What's happening?
No, I'm getting food for the cats. And I'm taking it to the cats. I'm sorry, y'all.
The cats?
Yeah, they're.
Are you okay? Why are you every last word?
The Freeway's cats.
You're so confused. Are you okay? You took your pre-workout today?
He said the cats. I thought Alexis only had 1 cat.
I don't live
No,
with her anymore.
He's not at her house anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Marcus,
No, we're not. Okay, we're not doing it. Nope. Because we'll be here all night, and I don't want to do it.
We've established that he be in here, but he don't be listening.
Well, he's not.
I wasn't going to hear about that.
He getting out of man.
Well, he said he got other group chat. He got other group chats. Remember?
Well, he was in the group chat, but you have to remember Marcus got a whole man, and he be working, and he just pop in every now and then.
A motherfucker gets booed up and forgets his friends or who his friends are. I see.
Excuse me.
It's okay. I can't wait till I get booed up for real. You ain't finna hit me.
Now that's actually crazy.
Don said I'm gonna do the same fucking thing.
Yeah. But you okay?
I'm fine. I'm with my man. Thank you so much.
And my man, thank you to my man.
Have mercy.
We're moving on because I'm not
me though. Y'all be
no bullshit. Question number 3. The man who took care of me for 2 years married somebody else suddenly, and I didn't know there was another player on his team. I only knew about his wife.
Here y'all go.
I just want to be understanding, like, what the fuck? And I made sure she knew about me, so I tagged her in our photos because I wanted her to know that she was going to be replaced soon. She would reply, "Cute pic. Thanks for taking my drama away. I owe you coffee and cake, LOL." He said he was leaving her, and it was true. So I just respond, "Bitch, keep your cake with your fat ass, lame." He said he needed space to figure out some things. He did leave his wife for me, so I fell back like he asked. If he left his wife for you, then there was no need for space. Then I opened my phone to a ton of comments. His ex-wife posted a pic of my man with his new wife, and she tagged me. Her comment, "This you? Nope. Surely you thought it would be." Ooh, I love a petty queen. All my friends were commenting on the post. This nigga married a whole other female, and my heart is out of my chest and on the floor. What to do? How to recover from this? Pick your heart up, bitch.
Okay.
You got
What you want me to
played.
do? You did that to yourself. This is what happens when you wish
She
on
didn't get
another
played.
bitch's downfall.
Yeah, he was leaving her with his wife. He didn't say who. He said
You was out here gallivanting around thinking that you was the one that got chose.
He didn't say he's leaving his wife.
I don't know why you thought that. The man said he wanted space and left you alone for a while, and then ended up marrying somebody else after he divorces his ex-wife. That's crazy.
You were the side bitch. That's all you ever gonna
The side bitch of the side bitch too.
No, dead ass.
Crazy.
Question number 4. There's an unwritten rule baby mama should know, but I guess mine didn't get the memo. I don't want another man around my child, even if we're not together, even if I haven't been in my child's life. That's the last thing you're allowed to do as a baby mother, is have another man dress up with my child like it's his child. It's not. It's my child. I shouldn't see pics of your boyfriend or whatever dressed up with my son, especially on my son's birthday. I wasn't available to pull through for the birthday party, but that doesn't give her the right to try to replace me. I feel like things are going to go sideways if she keeps playing with my son like this. I don't want to confront dude because he looks like he's with the shits. So I want to tell her to keep my son out of that man's face. How do I do this without getting her man involved? She's the type to tell him and start some shit. You can't. It's either you take your ass whooping or shut the fuck up, you bum bitch.
Ooh. And it seems like that was the last thing that she did, was go through everything to get you to be a dad, and then somebody else is going to do it.
Because you're weird. You ain't even doing what you're supposed to do for your son, but you mad because he's stepping up and take care of your kid. You need to be thanking him.
I wish I was.
That's what you should be doing.
No unwritten rule. You want
There's
them
no unwritten rule.
Raising the kid is
as soon as you get a woman, she gonna be the first one. Well, she my wife, and we a package deal. It's weird. You don't want to be with her, so you expect her to be single forever? Nah. She gonna get somebody else. And when she see fit, she's gonna have that man around her child. And you just gonna have to get used to it.
I'll create with.
Idiot. Question number 5. My child's father walked in on my 2-on-1 session with guys I met at the local bar. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Oh. In my defense, I was 3 months pregnant at the time. I had no idea. And I had pink cocaine for the first time. So I was really into the act. And I didn't realize my baby daddy entered the house and caught us. Wait a minute.
Pink cocaine?
Baby, she was.
Damn.
How do you make cocaine pink?
Hiram, please. That's apparently you were skinny doc, did you?
Oh.
Not how you make
First
cocaine.
of all, you're 3 months pregnant.
I just have questions.
Oh my God. You're 3 months pregnant, doing cocaine, and sleeping with 2 dudes at the same time.
From a
I
bar?
need you to let that sink into your brain. He took a video of us until my dates got off me and basically ran out. Anyway, I had my baby alone, and every time I ask my baby daddy for money or something for the baby, he sends me the video clip of that night. I'm so sorry.
That's a cheat.
Then he writes, I'm gonna need the DNA test though. I'm not giving him a DNA test because I was already pregnant by him the night I was with those guys. And he had a fiance when we met, so he's the cheater. How to get him to take responsibility for our son? Give him the fucking DNA test.
Give him the DNA test. Like, it ain't that hard. And then once you get
If
that
you know
DNA
he's the
test,
father, what's the issue?
It is you get that to his fiance.
Give him the goddamn DNA test.
He caught you. He got you getting spit roasted, bitch. It's just no other way to get
To
around
be
it.
fair, y'all not together. You well within your right to do whatever you want to do. If you want to have sex with 2 or 3 dudes at a time, that's your business. I don't know how he caught you doing anything when he got a whole ass fiance.
And you're just a dirty whore.
Like
you knew this man had a fiance, you let him shoot up the club, and then you are getting spit roasted from a local bar.
She gets down with the get down. Apparently, that's crazy.
I mean, I support whores, but don't be.
I don't know about that.
Don't be foolish.
I support smart hoes.
You be quiet. Jesus Christ.
My husband is the hardest working man in Kentucky. From sun up to sundown, he's either getting ready for work or working overtime. Issue. His check remains the same and not a nickel more. I'm not stupid. I asked him if he was cheating, and he said, my girlfriend just had my son, and he's in the ICU. He may not make it. Me. Good. Because he shouldn't be here in the first place. I was so angry. I can't believe I said that, but I did. Husband looked at me with eyes full of tears and stormed out the house. That was several days ago. He says he's not coming home until I apologize about his dead baby. Baby dead, fetal alcohol or something. Apologize for what? He had a whole baby on me. I don't give a fuck about that drunk ass side baby. Jesus.
That's so rude.
How? How is that rude? Guess the baby is innocent. Well, why the fuck are you running to me telling me that your girlfriend had the baby in the ICU and the baby? I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
About that. I genuinely don't give a fuck. Fuck her, you and that baby. What?
She said, I don't think
don't get me wrong, the baby the whole situation. But that's the problem now. We keep
that it matters. It does not matter. The baby had at a wedlock. Fuck you, her, and that baby. Period. What am I gonna say about it? Like, what is it? You want me to give you a hug because you cheated on me and had a baby, and now that drunk bitch baby died? That's what you're saying?
She goes on to say,
I mean, go ahead.
I'm the victim here. He should apologize to me. No. What do you think? Am I the victim? I am the victim. Right?
I wouldn't say he has to apologize to you.
I would not care if he comes home because he did not care that he made a child with his girlfriend. Ask him where he been at since he left the house several days ago. Meanwhile, he not mad at his baby mama for killing his child because in order for the baby to die from fetal alcohol syndrome, she would have to drink alcohol on a consistent basis. Meaning she killed her baby. It had nothing to do with you. But, I mean, I didn't mean to laugh at the dead baby. I was laughing at what the fuck she said. She said,
I don't fuck either.
She said, I don't give a fuck about that drunk ass side, baby.
Why would I care about that?
It's so fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
It really isn't. See, the thing is, I don't move on feelings. I move on logic. Logically, that just
the baby wasn't drunk.
The baby was drunk.
No.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
It was. That's science said that, not me. The baby was drunk.
Jesus.
It's so wrong.
I'm so sorry.
That's why I just don't recommend fucking around on me because I am relentless.
Oh
my
shit.
god.
Oh god. Oh, that shit was funny. I don't give a fuck.
You want to throw a going away party? You want?
A going away party is crazy.
I mean,
because it's just impossible for me to mourn that when it's not mine, and the fact that it happened, you cheated on me for that to happen. That's what you get. No happy endings. Fuck, you thought you was gonna have a bundle of joy? No.
I would have laughed at his face how he had said that shit to me on the phone. You need to apologize for my dead baby. And then I'll come home. No, you can't come home.
I would have farted on the phone.
No. Oh my god.
What's wrong with
you? Who let these ghouls out the house?
Like, that's just the I need to apologize.
That's what he told her.
Boy. That you made that decision to go get with this drunk bitch. Go do that. You go apologize to him. The hell is wrong with y'all?
The stories were interesting today. We got NBA whores.
He said, "Where do you live in the hood?"
So I missed the loss.
You didn't miss a lot, honestly.
Oh, this is his stuff.
So that is for the SBC chat. Okay. He said, "Hey, it's been 2 weeks in a row with no hobo." I don't know about that. Well, yeah, you're right. It ain't been no niggas trying to move in with no bitches. So I guess that's a plus.
It been bitches trying to move in with niggas, but
true. This is true. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here because I've been out here for 3 hours, almost 4. So I will see y'all Friday. We're gonna talk about NXT on Friday and SmackDown. I encourage y'all to start watching the show for the next couple of months because everything seems to be ramping up now that they're leading into the road to WrestleMania, starting with the road to Royal Rumble. So I hope y'all enjoy, and I will see y'all.
Peace up. A
Excuse me.
countdown.
I hope I enjoyed too.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.